We want to give a shout out to our sponsor and friends at Reflective Edge Screen Printing, Oklahoma City's go-to screen printer for over 30 years.
Whether you need custom tees, stickers, banners, or branded merch, Reflective Edge has you covered with top-notch quality and service.
Make sure to check out Reflective Edge for all your screen printing needs. Mention Chubby Boy Magic and you'll get 15% off your first t-shirt order.
And tell Doug hi.
And tell Doug hi.
And now, let's get into the show!
He's so mad right now.
I'm just like, oh, now you know how to work the board?
Welcome to Chubby Boy Magic!
You have a field trip on the short bus today?
I was like, why does that button keep sticking? It does this so when we got the board, we bought it from like a dude that his wife did a book? Or she had some other podcast.
She had some fan store. That's all they sell is fans.
Yeah, fans. And so we bought it.
Go check it out, OnlyFans.
he sells
butthole pics.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, the board works really fine, all that stuff. Everything's there. And we're like, all right, cool, sounds good. And then not everything was there. And the board just every so often will just do whatever the fuck it wants to do. And for the most part, that's okay. And I hadn't had that programmed button for a while because it used to just do the random ass sound effects because you'd be like, why is it chiming?
Yeah.
So
maybe you should change buttons.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the other button to another thing. It'd be fine.
But now we got to record that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How did you put up with him for so long?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Shut up and hold that light.
Yeah, exactly.
You got that to work?
Hey, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that never worked for me with him. Like he's like, I'm your elder.
No, exactly.
God, he acts like he's not my dad. Did you know? Did he tell you what the deal is?
No.
I'm legally
What
his
deal?
son.
No, you're not. I don't claim you. you're a fucking ginger. I'm not. I don't have that in my bloodline.
You know, fucking, I have a Scottish castle somewhere. I gotta go find it.
Okay, Mr. East Side.
East Side Down.
Yeah.
On this episode,
I've seen it. It's in Tulsa. Used to be off 44 when you're rolling into Tulsa.
okay.
On the Camelot.
Yeah, Camelot. I was trying to remember how long ago that shit got demolished because I was like, when we went up to T-Bars to talk, I was like, yeah, just look for the castle. And everyone goes, what? Yeah. And I was like, it hasn't been that long since it hasn't
I've
been.
almost swear I stayed there as a kid.
Probably. I think we did like.
You guys both did?
Yeah. You get in that van with the free puppies on the side and you end up at the castle.
Yeah.
Free Christian puppet show.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah, that castle was rough. The facade, yeah.
I mean, well, it's Tulsa.
Yeah.
Tulsa's rough.
Back in the day, it was nice.
Yeah.
I bet. Tulsa at one point was
then-
all nice.
Then it went. And then the 48 hours came in.
Yeah. There's like one nice neighborhood.
There's a few, but
There's.
you go North Tulsa. I was going up there to pick up some shit.
Don't go to North Tulsa.
I was going up there to pick up some stuff off of Craigslist like years ago. You know, my buddy that lives in Tulsa, I was like, hey man, like this is the address.
Craigslist.
Yeah. And I was like, this is the address. Where's the best place to meet at? And he
What
goes,
was her name?
Shaniqua. And he was like, don't go to that address. Don't go to that side of town. He's like, don't just meet him over here. The Denver Street quick trip I took you guys to.
Yeah.
He was like, meet him there. I was like, okay.
Is that the one where the hooker was the last time we were there?
Yeah, where the doors were locked.
Lovely young woman.
She was carrying a bag of her shit.
Yeah. From the
county. Yeah.
Yeah. Had her little ankle monitor on.
Did she have an ankle?
Yeah.
I didn't see.
Barefoot, holding her shoes.
Yeah. At first, when I first saw her, she had a limp, and I was like, oh man, maybe she got hit by a car.
If she gets in a truck, do they call her and go, "What are you doing in a semi"?
I don't know. I don't know. There was a lot of question about that because like she was walking around with one heel on for a second, doing little circles, and then I turned around
with the limp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought out of the corner of my eye, just thought she got hit by a car. All of a sudden, I'm like,
Well, because when you live BOK, there's like the one on, or the one not on Q, quick
QT. It's
trip.
QT.
Yeah, QT. There, and that one is like a Waffle House at 2:30 a.m. You know, it gets.
Have you been up to Tulsa
fun.
recently?
Yeah, I'm actually going Friday.
Oh.
Or Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
I was saying, speaking of, introduction.
Yes.
So everybody's like, who the fuck is?
Who the fuck are? Okay, so normally we do 2 intros for this part, but we've done 4. So bring the mic a little closer to you. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is creepy.
Yeah.
We like it right in your mouth. So who the fuck are you, and why the fuck are you here?
All right, so my name is Brandon Snider, and I'm a process server / ex-retiring photographer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
And he rides motorcycle.
And he rides motorcycles.
Yeah.
What
bicycles, motorcycles, anything 2 wheels.
is up with everybody we know are in bicycles and motorcycles?
Yeah, because they're cool.
2 wheels, man.
Except for Nate.
Fuck you, Nate.
Yeah.
It's
You can tell Nate to fuck off if you want to. You could serve Nate. You might have served Nate.
You might have served Nate.
I might have.
Yeah.
We
as a-
should get Nate served.
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
It's
So,
coming.
so, so who's Nate?
We'll talk off.
we'll tell you about. it.
He's a listener. He's a buddy of ours.
Yeah.
He's been on here. And then like sat in that chair
right there.
and tried to piss in a can.
Should I have blacklighted this chair?
Don't blacklight that chair.
Okay.
I also just live here,
Yeah.
so I mean,
So everything's covered in jizz.
why does this not work?
Yeah.
Sticky.
Sticky. Yeah.
No. Nate was a guest and did not know that there's a bathroom 10 steps away and just decided to
Yeah,
piss in the can.
He just
Well,
no. He didn't piss in the can. He just starts crumpling the lid down. I was like, oh, I didn't know Nate dipped because that's what I thought he was gonna do. And then
Right.
he just like starts unzipping his pants.
Yeah.
We're like at time for episode 2. I'm like, we're right there. Like he could have been like, hey man, I need to wrap it up. I'm like, we're cool. Like we'll just end the episode. And he's
Yeah.
like, don't
he's
stop
like-
believing, man.
like,
I want to
Cody-
keep going.
He was like, Cody's making eyes at me. I was going to whip my dick out for him. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But
No. Let's. So after that, he was, I don't know how many guests ago, but like, yeah, we've
Yeah.
had a running joke about
fuck that guy in the white
fuck,
pants.
Yeah, fuck that guy in the white pants. Fuck you, Nate.
He was wearing white pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He's
actually.
a little. Yeah.
He's a little off.
yeah.
But then so
Dated a dominatrix.
Dominatrix.
Yeah. Her
Yeah.
name was Peggy, if you could figure out why.
was that really? I only met her once. So is that really it?
I mean, you can ask Nate about his adventures with Peggy.
Somebody got pegged.
'Cause somebody got piggity pegged. And then we haven't
She's
really.
like, I'd like you to meet Big Jim.
He was down in the trunk in the basement.
Yeah, he was like, how was the Gimp introduced in Pulp Fiction? I was thinking about it the other day, and like, does he just pop out of the box?
He was
No,
locked in the
well,
box.
he was locked in the box, and they opened the box,
Yeah,
and he
they were
comes
like-
out of it.
Okay.
And
and
like
you're
get
just
the
going,
Gimp. Yeah.
and he's got the ball in his mouth. And he's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't
And
remember.
then he's got him sitting there on the floor, and he's like,
yeah,
I remember doing.
yeah.
I had a nightmare about that the other day because the cat was making fucking biscuits on me, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That scene. That's a
That changed a lot of people's
That-
lives.
yeah. At the very, when he
oh yeah, yeah,
gets control,
yeah, yeah.
Are you and I okay?
he goes, "We okay?" He goes, "Well, I'm about to call some people."
Yeah,
And
we are
we
far
gotta get-
from fucking okay.
Get real medieval on their ass.
Yeah, dude, that's such a good scene. Have you guys are both of the right John or age range for Jackie Brown? I've never actually seen
Yeah.
it. Is it good?
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, because like
What was the one? I can't remember if it was Jackie Brown. I was watching the other day with De Niro, and
that's Heat.
no. It's
De
it's a
Niro?
Quentin Tarantino movie, but and his name's Lewis, and like an Arquette or somebody. She's like, Lewis, and Lewis, and he says, "You say one more fucking word, and I'm gonna shoot."
Oh
you."
yeah, he shoots you in the fucking face. I don't.
And she like says, "Oh, are you Lewis?" And he's like, "Pop, pop!" And
Yeah,
she like
he-
falls on the ground. And he's like, "Pop, pop!" And he gets in the car.
He
and,
has his basket of groceries,
Yeah.
his bag of groceries, and gets in the car.
because it's Samuel L. Jackson gets in with him. He's like, "Where's?"
Is that then? Maybe
or
that
is
is
it-
Jackie Brown.
Maybe it is because he's like, "Where's so and so?" He's like, "I'm gonna be honest with you. She wouldn't shut up, and I shot her." He's like, "What? You mean why'd you killed her because she wouldn't shut up?" And he's like, "Yeah." That
He's
may
like-
have been Jackie Brown. I don't know.
I think it's Jackie Brown because I haven't seen Jackie Brown enough to be able to. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I just watched Heat, and the sheriff walked in. That's what we call the wife is nicknamed the sheriff, and so she walked in. She's like, "What fucking movie is this?" Because
Dude,
it's
that used to be my wife's favorite movie.
oh really?
It is such a good movie.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
that
and the
could be
cast is good.
I think that could be the biggest trivia question of all time. Like for $1 million during how many rounds are shot during that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like pre
Oh
John
my
Wick.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Before,
gosh.
because I think that was the most.
Oh,
yeah.
I still think there's more in that movie than there is John Wick
Maybe not.
There's
the
a
last.
fucking
because he's like pop, 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 and they're like, "Grr." I mean, it's just
Yeah.
because
they're emptying clips,
Clips
left
like,
and right.
like
Yeah.
no other. It's just
that was
like
when Michael
Michael, not Keaton.
Basden.
No, oh fuck, what's his name?
I think it was
Madsen.
Michael
Madsen.
Madison. Yeah,
When he grabbed that kid like a human shield. and
Yeah.
It's like, and they're like, "Brrr."
yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then
That
what was
movie
it?
is so
what was
fucking
it, like,
gnarly.
a few years after that, when the fuckers out in L.A. put on all the
Yes,
fucking
all the
body
armor.
from that, and you're like,
Yeah, they were. That was what was.
That
so
was
cra-
just a rerun.
Yeah, I
Here,
remember.
let's
that was
make
the
this
sequel.
real.
That was the sequel. It wasn't as good.
Yeah,
And then they used that same scene in. They used clips from that actual shooting
Right.
Mhm.
in.
not Point Break.
Nope.
Was it the town or not?
No, it's not the
hold on.
town.
It's got what's his name? Farrell in it.
Will Ferrell.
Not Will.
Uh,
Colin Farrell.
oh yeah,
SWAT.
yeah, because it's in SWAT. Yeah,
It's in SWAT.
because they changed the.
That's the very first part. It's like they're showing clips of that and all
Right,
the
right.
all the helicopters flying everywhere.
Yeah, I
and
forgot about that.
they play that in the very first of
yeah
of SWAT.
SWAT's actually a really good movie.
I
I
love that
remember when
movie.
it came out, people were shitting on
Television
it.
show sucks, but the movie's good.
Well,
Yeah, I couldn't get into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a. So you guys probably also might remember this. There was a show called Fastlane back in the day.
Okay.
Well, never mind. It was on Fox. It was really like it was the first before I started watching all those movies because I was a kid. And I was like, man,
The
that's
only good thing that was on Fox was in Living Color.
Yes.
It was after In Living
Yeah,
Color.
yeah.
It was before Family
There
Guy.
were so many.
Tiffany
That-
Thiessen was
so
on Fastlane.
underrated.
That's probably
There
the
was
best comedy show ever.
Ever.
I
All-
don't
yeah.
disagree in the least bit.
Yeah.
I think you guys are
so much better than SNL. Because
I
it was
will say-
actually funny,
yes.
and then everybody likes all of the
Every become
Every-
legends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's In Living Color and then Mad TV because Mad TV to me was way funnier than SNL.
Yeah.
SNL had its
Yeah.
moments where you're like, oh, that's really funny and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean when SNL had Sandler and all,
I mean,
Farley
that
and
was-
Spade.
yeah.
That and I mean Chevy Chase and Aykroyd and all them. It was good. It was really good then, and then
They
you
were a little
had-
bit more dry comedy.
They were a little
kind
more
of.
Yeah.
dry comedy, and then it just kind of fell off, and now it's like
Right.
Yeah, I was. Like,
But Jim
I don't
Carrey. Jim
Yeah.
Carrey.
Jim
and-
Carrey, Fire Marshal Bill,
yeah,
Mhm.
and fucking Jamie Foxx is
Yeah.
Wanda,
Dude.
and
So when he did the homeless scene, did you ever see the behind the scenes of that? So there's a show where they show the behinds of the scene deal, and there's a part where where they're homeless
right.
and they live in the box. Well, they said they don't even know where it came from, but there's a scene where they find that there's one pickle in a jar, and they pull it out and they're ad libbing, and Jim Carrey takes a bite, he's like, eating it. And you're like, hey, one of he gets
Wait, they found
the
this.
one of the Wayne brothers, he gets him to throw up.
Oh,
Like, because he takes it out.
'Cause he's acting-
he takes it out, eats it, and then spits it back in the jar, going,
Yeah.
and then Jim Carrey pulls it out again and eats it. And Wayne is like, "Ugh," and like throws up. He literally threw up on the set.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fucking gnarly.
It was a gross out scene where
Yeah.
they're trying to
Yeah.
gross each other out.
Yeah,
And
that's
it worked.
aggressive.
It worked.
Yeah.
yeah.
A nasty pickle that you're like, where did that pickle even come from?
Oh yeah.
Well, I used to do warehouse maintenance back in the day, and I used to work over off of Melrose and Rockwell. Just
Oh,
great,
yeah.
Great Bay Area.
Yeah, another good area.
Yeah, just,
That's like a Tulsa area.
yeah, just-
yeah,
it
in
just-
Oklahoma City.
yeah. That's for the gunshots, and
It's like 10th and Air Depot in Midwest City.
yeah, real, just wholesome
that's-
place.
You spend a lot of time in those.
You guys
areas,
ever
don't
played
you?
disc golf?
Yeah, I have. You have.
I have. I mean, I've
Okay,
played it.
so they just made a new disc golf course at 10th and Midwest Boulevard.
What? Oh
Hey.
yeah.
I
And
heard
it's-
that they were
hey.
going to.
Hey, and it's a good course.
Yeah.
Well, because they put the trail through there. Because I've ridden.
They put the trail
So-
through there.
So the mountain bike trail from
Goes through
Skip.
there. Yeah.
So I rode that one time because I was like, I want to see where all these trails at. And so I'm like,
I've always wondered because when you're going down 15th and it goes off behind
Uh-huh.
whatever bar that is.
yeah,
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
Shiloh bar or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
landing strip.
No.
No.
Oh no, the cowboy bar. Yes, it is Shiloh.
Oh, is
It's
it the Cowboy
Shiloh.
Bar?
It's
Yeah.
Shiloh or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it goes off behind there and those lights, and then it goes behind the old.
Yep, and it
links,
goes
And I'm
all-
like, where does that go? Well, then I go play disc golf course.
Yeah.
I go play disc golf at that course, and I'm like, this is that trail.
Yeah.
It goes right through this park. I'm
So
like,
when you cross Midwest Boulevard, it goes behind like where Langston's and all that.
Right.
Was.
Yep.
And
Oh,
like
yeah,
all
that's
the way
right.
to Air Depot. I'm like, I don't know
Right.
where it goes from there.
and then it goes north from there and goes all the way to 10th, and then it cuts through that park.
Okay.
And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
I,
a little
so
break.
I have a really close friend that lives in the vicinity of 23rd in Midwest. Yeah, Midwest. And I was like, you live over there? And he's like, yeah, I've lived over here my entire life. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm made of guns. And I'm like,
I mean,
it's not where he's at.
He's not as yeah.
Where
it's-
his is at, it's not too bad. But
his
he,
street is nice.
yeah, but like you go, he's like, we don't go over here or over here or.
He's
like,
on the
Right.
he's on the east side of Midwest, over by the Onque,
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
towards 10th.
I believe that anybody can, if they grew up in an area, it's normal.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how bad it is or what. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
No.
You grew up in that area, it's just normal.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you think about where I grew up. I grew up in Moore, on the east side of Moore, and
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it now, going, I grew up there.
well,
Yeah.
that's like,
No, but
yeah.
like-
but it's like it was fine. I mean,
like I grew up a mile south of here, and then lived in Norman briefly for about 2 years, and then in Nopton, like that's what we refer to it as.
right.
Right.
Then came back up and
Pizza shuttle.
dude. Oh, don't fucking stop! I blocked it from my fucking head. I lived
That's
off
the
of pizza,
one good thing about Nompton is pizza
pizza
shuttle.
shuttle, and they would deliver to us, and they'd be like, no charge. And like I was like, I'm scraping pennies together to get food tonight.
Right.
And they, oh, dude, the fucking cheesy breadsticks. Whew. So then I moved back. We live over here now, and then I was like, I love it over here. And everyone's like, oh, dude, it's fucking rough over there. I'm like, no, it's not.
I mean,
So hold on, time out. So Roth, you guys sitting here talking about this place is rough. So if you take this street,
I was like, hold on, let me sit here.
If
Yeah.
you take this street
Uh-huh.
and go down to 29, well, it's actually Newcastle Road.
oh yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, we
So
get packages delivered to that lady every
If
so
you
often.
go down Newcastle Road
Yeah.
and turn on Roth, my brother lived there for like 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right there
Right.
on the literally there's a
It's-
like a equipment company, and then his house, he had two houses set right behind it, and then his in-law, his grandparent-in-law
Yeah.
Right.
lived next door to him. and you're just
He's like, I got built-in home security, and they never fucking leave.
every time you go down there, you'd be like, I'm not going further into the neighborhood. Like
Right,
it's
right.
sketchy.
That's the thing about it is like I grew up over here, and then I went to middle school and high school at 30th and Kelly, and then a lot of my friends were on the east side, so I was used to being on the east side, and like 10th and Martin Luther King was where I had a guy that sold me car parts. Like I was like,
Right.
and they
Yeah.
were not hot, but
Right.
like he's just this old guy. That was where his
Right.
shop had been at since World War II.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, because that's where he brought the duet back from. But like I was over there all the time, no problem. Like, and then like we were walking, the wife and I and some other friends were walking through Paris, and like all the people like, oh God, this is the ghetto. I'm like, no, that's the ghetto over there. You see where it's real dark and dirty up that way? Like there's no streetlights and shit. That means it's real bad. Like
Yeah.
when you go into a place and they don't want you to be seen, because
Right.
you don't want to be seen there.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like I mean like
Those are the places I like to go.
yeah, because it's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And pretty good food most of the time.
Most of the really good.
Really good food. Yeah.
I grew up, I mean, in Choctaw, but my dad and grandpa, they had their trucking company, which was downtown,
Yeah, no.
10th and Robinson.
Yeah, where he lived
And-
at was nice.
and
Where,
so-
where they worked at was not.
Yeah. And so it was like, well, I'm not spending money on taking you to daycare. You can come to work with me. So it's like, here I am,
Your shop was where?
10th and Robinson.
Where the whores hang out at.
It was a trucking. It was
South 10th or North 10th?
South.
south
of the
across from
South
the
of
park.
40.
Now it's the
Right.
catty corner from the.
I didn't know
Scissortail.
y'all were there. I knew you when you were on Midwest Boulevard,
Yeah. No,
but not
well,
A different
so
shop.
that was different. So my grandfather started a trucking company, and so my
Okay.
grandfather owned from 10th to the river from Robinson to Shields.
Okay.
And
Can't
then-
hide money.
No, I mean he bought it back in the fucking 60s.
Yeah.
So it was nothing
Oh yeah, we got cameras now.
but, anyway,
Uh-huh.
he so their terminal was there at 10th and Robinson, and so when I would go, like I was like 7, 8, and they're like, go away, because my mom worked there, my dad worked there, it was my grandpa, grandma,
You know the
aunt,
definition
and the whole
of nepotism.
the whole family. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so I was like running around, and like there was A&A salvage yard, so I would go over in the salvage yard and play in the cars and bust out windows, and
He's like, "Fuck you, Henry
You know,
Ford, and your Model T."
or come across some hobo living in a car, and but that was normal. You're sitting
Right.
there, like you said, playing.
Yeah.
And then my grandpa would be like, "Come on, we're going to get lunch," and we'd go to Capitol Hill. We'd go eat at what was the fucking grill, like
Grill
not
in the Hill?
Skyline Grill, but it was
There was Skyline on 35, and then there's Grill on
maybe
the
it
Hill.
was Skyline, because it was down.
Skyline was on 15th and
Yeah,
15th.
35
east
Yep.
of I-35.
They had-
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
before they closed, they kept the smoking section and the non-smoking section.
So if
I
you
remember
if
sitting
you
on,
go to
on the
Skyline,
bar.
Yeah.
you
We'd
go
sit up at the bar, and I'd sit on the stool and
Yeah,
like spin
swivel around.
around.
at
because-
Skyline. If you went there like late at night,
Uh-huh.
that's where the cops hang out.
Yep.
I was on ride-alongs in college, and we'd go to Skyline to eat.
Yeah. That's so I was introduced to Skyline by one of the sheriff's aunt or uncles that's married in, and he was like, "Yeah, I take my elderly mother there every Saturday." And I was like,
Yeah.
"You fucking what?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's 7:00 in the morning on Saturday. There's no crime in that area."
Right?
And
Yeah.
same thing. He was like,
They're asleep
shift
by
change.
then.
Yeah, he was
Right.
like, shift chains they're going to be there.
Right.
And I was like, oh. And he's like, yeah, the Waffle House on South Meridian. That's where they also all eat at. I was like,
Right.
yeah, that's why that was.
Gerald's Donuts on Western, maybe?
Yeah.
Is it on Western?
I'm trying to remember where. I know exactly what
It's probably in between 44th and 240 in that range.
yeah, it's good.
I feel
I've
like
had-
it's like 46 or something.
it's
but-
weird where it's at, but
Yeah.
Fucking.
I've been to that place, late at night, and
Yeah.
they give cops free stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you come into my place and
You're protecting
it
us.
keeps everybody else out.
So I was at the on-queue over here not too long ago, and an officer came in. He looked like he was having a particularly rough shift. Do you need another pillow? No. Okay. I just thought about that. I was like, maybe you need to be
need a
up
blanket
and back.
You need a blanket. You
Yeah.
need your feet up.
Yeah.
yeah.
You want no? Get in the hot tub.
A love seat that's not sinking down. to
I
the
know.
floor.
It was free. So we were talking about how his shift was going because he looked like he had a rough shift so far, and I was like,
Sorry, had to adjust.
it's just I'm filling these with sand. So I was like, hey man, do you I'll get your he was getting energy drink and stuff like that. I said, I'll get it for you. And he goes, no. I'll get yours. And I was like, what? And he basically was like, they don't make me pay over at OnQ. And I was like, what? And he's like, these ones don't make me pay. He's like, during the day shift, those motherfuckers make me pay all the time. He was real nice. He got me some some sodas and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, do you have one of the little sticky badges I can have
Yeah,
a
no
junior?
doubt.
Yeah.
And he's like, no.
Junior
Get in the
badge.
back. You're gonna earn that drink.
He's like, have you ever heard of the name Holtzclaw?
you ever been batoned?
Super Troopers.
Yeah. Meow.
Somebody say shenanigans.
Piss whoop. Okay, so you used to do photography.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about photography?
Sure.
Okay, so you're from Oklahoma City. You're from Moore.
More.
What's your so Burrito won't yell at us.
He's a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me?
I am.
Oh,
he's
I was
from-
like,
I'm a
from
moron.
Moore.
oh,
Original Moore, so I am definitely the moron.
oh, hold on. I was like, I have a button for this. Hold on. My name's Muppet, and I'm an idiot.
Yeah. You can do that one, but you can't do
No,
the commercial. Just delete that.
It tried to fire off. Hi, Kirk.
Yeah.
Anyway, what cameras do you shoot on?
So right now I shoot on Sony
Okay, what body?
A7R3.
Do you like it?
Love it.
Okay, and that's a mirrorless.
No,
correct?
I hate it. That's why I have it.
That's why I have
Oh, I
it.
don't know. You
So
feel like I bought it.
So when I very first got into photography, I took it as an elective.
Okay.
I was at UCO becoming a criminal justice major.
Okay.
I was a junior and I was like looking through the catalog, like I need to find a
Elective.
elective.
Elective, and you're like, I
Fill
don't want to
them
do
up.
bowling.
And so, well, I'd already done all those. I've already taken
your
all those
senior
out.
year.
I did the bowling.
So,
Thank
so
you very
this
much.
was second semester junior year, and I'm flipping through the catalog. I'm like, photography. My stepdad's got a camera.
Can't be that hard.
You know that
Like-
there's a prereq for the prereq.
I was like,
Yeah.
it'll be easy, whatever. So I take the class, go in there and do what I'm told. Hand in my first project, and professor's like, "How long you been doing this?" And I go, "This is exactly what happened." I looked at my watch. I go, 3 weeks, and he goes, "No, how long? Like, not how long the class. How long you been doing photography?" And I go, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And he he didn't understand. I mean,
Yeah.
he thought I was stupid. Like I didn't understand what he was
He's
asking.
like, how could you be so brilliant at photography and yet so fucking
And
stupid?
so then he kind of like just like ignored me. Like, okay, go sit down, whatever.
Yeah, he fucking half.
So then I turn in the next project, and he like looks at it, and he's like, "Dude, you need to pray. Have you ever thought about doing this for a living?" I was like, "No, no, 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 no,
only
no,
taking nudes.
no,
Tasteful.
no, not me." And he's like, so then he just kept harping me about it. So, but at the end of class, he was like, "Dude, you got a talent." I go, "No, I'm a criminal justice major. I'm going to be a senior. I'm going to become I'm literally going to become a cop and
Yeah.
move on." And
Now, can I ask?
So-
wait, what year was this?
this was probably 94.
Okay,
Not
gonna say anything.
You weren't born yet.
No, I was. I was just
barely.
a toddler.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just barely at my
He had
dad's balls.
just shot out onto his mom's ass. It was rolling
Sweet.
down.
Yeah, the best parts of me did roll down my mom's leg.
And so, so he begged me. He's like, "Hey, just take the lighting class. If you don't get it, then I understand, whatever."
Yeah.
So turn in the first project. He's like,
What the
see, you need to do this for a living. I go, "What do you mean?" He starts pulling everybody else's stuff out and goes, and I'm like, "Oh, that's
Yeah.
not good."
Yeah.
Did he ask you to go help
Hey,
them?
and a lot of people were majors in photography, and this was their stuff. And I'm like, so
Yeah.
I will throw UCO under the bus. I will throw probably every college under the bus.
Okay.
College, when you go to university or college, the standards need to be higher
Yeah.
because
100%.
there's a lot of people that I graduated with, not naming names, not calling anybody out, but
Name them.
didn't know. No, you're not bringing up names. And and so they should not have got a degree.
Yeah.
Like they did not qualify. I would not have passed them. I mean,
It's a lot of
It's
pay
kinda-
to play now.
it's kind of like,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I mean, you want to do that with electricians? Do you want to do that with people-
Mechanics or plumbers,
engineers
or-
that are going to build a skyscraper?
Well,
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Like have standards,
and that's the
and you got to pass those standards.
and that's the thing for like I do civil engineering design. I did not go to college formally for civil. I was doing mechanical, but a lot of I train people on how to use AutoCAD, and I would train them on plans and stuff, and they'd come out and they'd be like, "Oh, I'm only going to do this for 6 months before I don't do that anymore." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're potentially going to be doing this part of your job for the rest of your career. I don't care if you think it's not going to be very good or well, you don't need to learn this because you fucking do." And then they'd ask me about shit where I'm like, I don't know how to do the math on that. That's not an equation I need to learn how to do. But they would be like, "Oh, I don't know how to do it. There's not an Excel spreadsheet." I'm like, "Motherfucker, get out a piece of paper, write out Manning's equation, and go figure it the fuck out."
Right.
And they're like, "Well, I got my degree. I don't know how."
Right.
I mean,
So-
most of the stuff I learned, like with photography, the I learned more from from David.
Yep.
So when I met you, you were working for McNeese,
Right.
and I interned. I was going to UCO. I was in the photo program, so I was a pack mule basically. I'd carry all the equipment in, set everything up, get the camera ready.
Can't fucking
And
imagine him ever doing that.
He would walk in and he'd take a picture, and then I would pack everything up, load the fucking truck back up, and drive home. And then if we were lucky, he would be like, "Hey, you want to get lunch?" And I'd be like, "Sure." And he'd pull up to Red Dog, and he just goes, I go, "What the fuck? I'm not eating here." And he goes, "Oh, they got really good burgers."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "No, are you being serious?" And he's like, he looks me dead in the eye and goes, "Man, I love dirty daytime strippers.
Oh my
When you told me this story the first time, I was like, what?
You know, hey, God rest his soul. You know, he was a good guy, but he actually, like, the way he would see things in his head and his lighting setup. Like, I actually kind of paid attention and kind of copied a lot of his stuff. And because I don't know, he had that eye to see it.
Right.
And I'd met you there because you were doing a lot of commercial photography, and your commercial photography is on point because you knew how to light. Well, that's what they teach you, the basics, but they don't expand on.
Here's the toolbox.
Here's the difference, though. Here's the difference. So you only had a certain amount of lighting that at the school. You had to rent it out.
Yeah.
So that wasn't me. So when I do something, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought my own Hasselblad. I bought my own lighting. I didn't have the money,
Right.
but I went in debt for it. 'Cause,
Right.
either I'm going to learn to do this, I'm going to do it right, or I'm not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
So I had my own lighting. So I got to mess with lights every single day.
Yep.
And I did it. And I worked at the university, so I worked in the dark room.
Okay.
So I would be at school till 2:00 in the morning all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally would be like,
Yep.
I'd just stay there
And
Yeah.
that's
Just and you're
I
learning
had-
the trade that
and
way.
learn
Yeah.
the trade that way.
Yeah.
And you
I had
teach yourself.
I had a set of fucking Novatrons that I bought for like $200. It was a four light setup, you know, with the power pack and everything, and like a suitcase.
Yeah.
And I used the shit out of that, you know, and it was like, because it was like, that's how I learned. But I remember at UCO, like Woody Gaddis,
Yep.
he was,
That's who conned me into this.
he actually
Conned a lot of people into
was,
this.
no, he was actually a really good photographer. And
Yes,
he
he
was the
was.
one that when we had a conversation, because he's like, it's all about light. He would walk in a room and he'd look around
Yeah.
and he'd be 5'6", 125. And it amazed me because you'd be like,
He
what?
tells me this, and I'm
he
like,
was
how the
he
fuck
was
does
like
he
a
do
fucking
that?
human light meter. And he would come in and he'd be like, you know, well, I found out.
So you should have asked him right then, what ISO you shooting?
Well, and
I get this.
I actually have, and
he was like, ISOs for pussies.
it would flip between 460, and depending on, you know,
I'm going to tell you this: if you're shooting ISO 60 and you walked into a room and said 125 to 5.6, I'm like, where's the spotlights?
Yeah,
yeah,
no
you're
shit.
like,
because
what
that's some
fucking
serious like.
serious
Who
light.
turned the sun on?
But
yeah.
but he I asked him one time about that, and he
Because
was
it's
like,
not 125th at
Yeah.
No,
5.6 in
I know,
here.
I
I
know.
can tell you
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
But
Maybe at 400.
Yeah.
I asked him why about how he was doing that. And he said, well, when he was shooting for the newspaper.
Oh yeah.
back
I'll
in
be back.
in the 50s or whenever it was.
No, I'll be back. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna break the seal.
No. Yes.
Yeah. He's got to go pop a squat. He was talking about how when he was working for newspaper and shooting inside the Capitol, and he's like, you don't have time to light meter and set it up. And he
Correct.
was like, you had to know.
Yep.
You get one shot, or he said you might get two if you got a speed graphic or something like that. And so he was like, you had to know, and if you were off, like, you got fired. He's like, that's how I'm paying my bills, feeding my family.
Right.
And you know, and so it's like, man, I spent the better part of a fucking year sitting there like trying to guess and figuring it out till you finally get to where you're like, you know, walk in and okay, yeah, this would be this, and you're close, you're within a stop or two, you know, and figure it out. But yeah, he had some fucking stories.
Oh, his stories were pretty amazing.
Like when he was shooting boxing matches and they had a guy underneath the ring developing, he would slide his films
Underneath.
underneath because they had to hit deadline.
Right.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah,
my favorite one was when he had to go to the airport to do a photo, and got close to something, and all the light bulbs, all the flash tubes went off in his pocket and caught his jacket on fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember.
What? Did he get close to like a
I don't know what it was, but
transformer?
it was something that set it off, and I mean, it just goes. He's like trying to put it out, like patting it. Do you know who Woody Gunness is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, he's literally 5'1", maybe.
Maybe.
He is a
Maybe-
cartoon character come to life.
Oh,
Maybe
he's
4'10".
He's Eddie Munster.
Yeah.
Miniaturized. He's
Yeah.
mini me.
Yeah.
He's mini Munster. He's mini Munster. I'm not kidding you. That's
Okay.
what the guy looked like.
All
And
right.
he was like,
So he hated me in college. Like he loved me at first,
yeah.
but when I told him,
Your shit sucks.
so when I told him that I was never going to be a news photographer ever.
Yeah.
So the day the bombing happened, I was down there 15 minutes after it happened.
I mean,
And I'm running around on the streets, and I could not stick a camera in somebody's face and take their picture.
Mhm.
I literally just became rescue, like helping load
Right.
people into cars and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I literally was J-Pat Carter, the
Uh-huh.
guy that shot the fireman and the baby
Yeah.
photo.
Mhm.
We're in an alley because they're trying to run everybody out.
Yeah.
We're hiding in an alley together talking. And then he goes, I go, I'm going this way. He goes, okay, I'm going that way. As soon as he went that way is when he shot that picture.
that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
And so I end up on 6th and whatever on the east side of the bombing memorial.
Broadway.
On the north side, northeast corner
Yeah.
by the
Har-
Journal Records building.
Yeah.
That's where I'm helping triage, just loading people.
Yeah.
And they're
Right.
just in El Camino's pickups. They're
Yeah.
just driving to the hospital. And so I was like, not me. I'm never doing this. I will never do this. I will never be a news photographer.
It is because you've had the experience with it. When
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I have
My first photo editor, you'd walk in the morning and Bill Wall, and he was a fucking asshole, but he was a good guy. I mean, but he was an asshole. You walk in the morning, and he'd be like, "What'd you shoot?" And you're like, "What do you mean? I drove to work." And he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So he was like, "You always had to have a camera on you."
there should have been something.
And he was like, you should be shooting B-roll, or if not, looking for something. You should shoot, whatever. And so
I'm 15 minutes late because I took a wrong turn and I'm just getting B-roll. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, as long as you were shooting something, because he'd sit there and go through your camera and be like, all right. And because I was storm chasing at that time, and there was a couple times when I went out storm chasing, and I was not storm chasing for the paper. I was storm chasing for like AP or
Clout.
somebody or whatever, or just myself,
Yeah.
honestly. And I got one that came across, started in Silverton, Texas, and then we followed it all the way across Oklahoma and up into Kansas. And I came in the next morning, and like he's like, "What'd you shoot?" I was like, "Oh, I got some tornadoes." And he looks at me, he's like, "Why the fuck didn't you tell me?" He's like, "I would have ran that front page."
You're like,
Yeah.
I just
He's-
walked in.
I
He's like, I
just
know.
got
I'm
here,
like,
man. I'm still
I was
tired.
And he's like, when? Just now. You just missed it.
Yeah.
yeah, it was out on 23rd.
And he was like, "You need to sell those." And I'm like, "Who the fuck am I going to sell them to?" He's like, "AP, Reuters." And I'm like, and he's like, "Doot, doot, 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 doot," and he's like, "Here." And I'm like, "They're not going to buy them." And $3,600 later, I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
okie dokie. And he was like, "Yeah, I want to see everything." There was one time
Are you going to tell it?
I was driving to Ada at a doctor's appointment, and we're driving along. My mom is driving, because we're going to the Indian hospital, and we're out Tecumseh on 177 headed south, and I'm like looking out the window and I see something, Halloween decoration or something, it looks like a person hanging, and I was like,
I don't think that one's natural. I think that looks too natural.
Yeah, my mom was like, "What?" And I'm like, why don't you turn around? Let's. There's something over there,
Not right.
and something not right." And so get over there, and it was
They hang themselves or?
person had hung himself,
Okay.
Yeah.
and so call 911. Hey,
He's like, snap.
I
Okay,
think
now call
there's
911.
I think there's a body. Well, I had
Yeah.
I had my camera on me, so I pull out my 200, and I'm like zooming in, and my mom's just like, "What?" And I'm like, click, click, click.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, yep, that."
Yeah.
that
And
is-
then the guy goes, "Hey, I charge for those." And
yeah.
you're like, dang it.
But when I got back to work, and I
Like,
was
do you want some death and porn?
I was like, hey, I saw this, and the first thing he asked me, "Did you get pictures?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, Good job.
Yeah, we're not running them, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
America won't.
yeah. That was so my wife was a journalist for a long time. She's moved on to a different career now, but I had taken her to lunch one day, and she worked at one of the local news stations. We won't say which one, but so I had left, and there was a field across the street, and it was on fire. So I'd take a photo with this fucking shitty iPhone that I had at the time. I was like, check this shit out, and she's like, can I use that? I'm like, yeah. What? Hold on. When you get back to the office, you need to sign a release. I'm gonna go ahead and run it now because I know it's you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I've been shooting on Nikons and shit forever, so I just didn't think anything of it. I was just like, oh, yeah, check this out. And she's like, my newsroom director was really thankful of the fact that you got that because no one else would go out there and get a fucking still of it. I'm like, it took 2 seconds to do, but
Right.
And that's when you talk about that with him, it's always when people go, what's the best camera? Because I get asked that a lot. It's the one
Whatever
you have
you-
on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're,
100%.
yeah.
I ended
I have
up.
killer fucking phone photos. I'm like, I could never do that with my Nikon. I could never do that with
Yeah.
this.
I
It was
ended
just
up
here.
Dude, it doesn't matter what it is.
buying my own bodies. So since I was doing PJ stuff, I had Canon 1 series because of the autofocus and the speed and everything. And I mean, that's just what I ended up using. But then for like portraits and stuff, I had original 5D and I used that forever. That's actually probably the best camera Canon has ever made, and I'll stand by that. You know, it was the first full
frame
full frame.
DSLR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was amazing for portraits.
Yeah.
So.
I grew up, I got gifted an AE1 and I
Yeah.
really liked that as a kit camera. And as I got older, I understood the limitations of it.
That's probably one of the most popular cameras ever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what I learned on. It was like I think it was my
I had a
grandpa's.
Nikon N2000,
I have one right now.
and I
And-
still have that camera
Yeah.
that I borrowed from my stepdad.
Right.
Yeah. I got one from dude out in Yukon. What's his name?
Hank.
I got one from Hank. We were out there and my wife was like, you should get a 35 millimeter like film camera because I hadn't had one in years. And so I was like, well, I guess. And Hank was like, well, you've done enough business with me here. I'll give you a good deal on it. And I think he sold it to me literally for like $30. And he had probably like $200 on it.
Oh, skank bacon.
Yeah, dude. He was nice. The funny part
He's
was,
a beekeeper now.
is that what he does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is like.
Are you talking about the guy that owned the photo store?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
66.
Yeah. He's a little.
How long has that been going?
2 years.
A few years. I think has been out of it for a while. I think
He would be there on Saturdays.
I think his daughter or somebody was running it for a little bit.
Ooh, I'm
but-
not going to tell the next of that part of that story
but,
then.
he actually quit, I think, for a while because he is now like no bullshit. He is all into beekeeping and he is
Good.
something with Langston. He is Langston
okay.
University. He's like their beekeeping expert.
Nice.
Fair.
Something he's
I mean-
teaching classes and.
I think
someone-
it'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
I really
yeah,
do.
Yeah, he's got a farm like out in Piedmont with all kinds of hives and
yeah, he was talking
sells
about
honey and stuff.
Some people would be like, "Oh, no way, I could do bees." No,
Yeah,
They're
I
not-
mean, it's like
dude.
dogs. I mean, it's like anything
it's
else.
anything.
It's
Yeah, I mean, like
don't
you
be
just
afraid of it.
You just
Except
take
you can-
smoke out and then wear a
Yeah,
suit.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
watch it on TV
eat
in
the
movies.
deliciousness.
Uh,
I'd
What
be
about-
like Winnie
Now-
the Pooh.
You've seen the movie too, right? Beekeeper.
Yeah.
no, I haven't
yeah.
seen. It. Is it an '80s movie?
No, it's
Brand
got
new.
Jason Statham in it.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't watch that one yet.
Dude, it's a good one.
I think it's on
Yeah,
Hulu. I
it
gotta
is a
go
good
look
one.
for it.
It's
yeah.
a good one.
There's a lot of movies that the wife won't watch that I watch like late at night whenever everyone's like, "Oh, you're watching porn." I'm like, "I'm trying to watch this horror movie." But like,
No, the new movies have sound, so you wouldn't watch it.
is it? I'll tell you when you're older. But yeah, that was the thing. Like Hank, he was really nice, and that was the nice thing about like being able to go out there and grab stuff from him. He had a lot of really nice equipment at times. There was
Right.
other times where I was like, I'm not gonna pay that much for this jankety ass lens. But
Right.
I took a. So there was on Groupon. So
Why is the UPC cut out of this box?
yeah.
Why are you charging me full price when it's got a rebate?
Yeah. So I had there was on Groupon. It was a photography how to shoot, and I had gotten a book from I think his name's Brian.
Had to take good pictures.
Yeah,
You gotta
the
read
one
this.
that's on his toilet covered
Yeah.
in piss.
No, yeah, no, it's not covered in. A friend actually brought that back from the photography museum in Stockholm. She brought it back, and she was like, I went to the museum. She's a photographer, like an amateur. She's really, really amateur when it comes to it. And she's like, I got this book because it had really cool pictures in it. And I thought you might like to look at it. And then I was like, is it in English? And she goes, I don't know. I didn't look. And there's really good
You
stuff
got to read
there.
this. I can't read it.
She just never read it. That was the thing. She was like, I flipped through it and I saw photos. But so
Sounds
she,
like me.
yeah. So I can't remember. It's it's understanding exposure or something like that. So everyone, when they know, like, what camera's good?
It's math.
I just reference that book and say, this is how I figured it out.
The Light by Ansel Adams. There you go. That's
Well, I used to say that one, and people were like, well, where do I find it at?
It's so boring.
Oh, well, it's Ansel Adams, dude. Like,
Yeah, I'm not reading it.
yeah. So, but like, so when I would go out and talk to Hank, he was like, oh, yeah, we're going to have a photography class. We're going to have this. And I was like, all right. So this Groupon comes out, and I, buy it for like $40 or something like that. And I go out there and I sit down, and the lady that was doing it was like, so what questions do you have? And I explained I was down at Medicine Park. Well, she was just going, because it was just a one-on-one thing. And she was like, is there a photo that you try to take that didn't come out? And I was like, oh, well, I was down at Medicine Park. I was trying to get this. And I show her, and she goes like, oh, okay. And she kind of breaks into some stuff. And after about like 10, 15 minutes, I was like, I think we're about at the same level of. Yeah. I'm glad I've only got $40. And she was super nice and very pleasant. And she was like, well, you might try this or that. Or this
When was this?
Oh,
Was it the bigger lady?
no.
Was it his daughter?
I don't know. Is his daughter really cute?
Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Well, probably his daughter. Sorry, Hank. But
Why? You didn't bang her.
no, I did not bang her. Probably
Allegedly.
2015, 2016, somewhere in there.
And this was at Medicine Park?
No, I had gone to the class at Hank's in Yukon.
okay.
I tried to
Yeah.
take the photo at. So,
I got you.
though we were going on the honeymoon, me and the wife, and not her, not the Hank's
Yeah,
daughter.
yeah.
And so we were going on the honeymoon, and she was like, "You need to bring your camera with us because we're going to be in Europe for 30 days. I want good photos." And I was like, "Well,
Right.
fuck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that." And
Hey, question.
Yes?
What was this, 2015?
Yep.
Have you edited those photos yet?
all those have been edited. So Scotland, Japan, Paris, and London are not edited, and I was working on London the other day.
Yeah.
I got really bad about. I shot a bunch of stuff, and I didn't want to touch anything. I didn't want to edit anything. I was all about going out and shooting. I didn't want to edit anything. I was doing like all the small stuff I did, but I was like, this is like, I want to do this later, and I just never sat down to do it.
I hate to say it, but I think that digital ruined photography.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
It did. Because when I got more large format, medium and large format made me a better photographer, because especially large format, because
100%.
I got so deliberate,
Yeah.
and you actually figure out the shot you want and like how to get it, versus digital. I'll shoot 1,200 shots and I'll get something. I'm gonna throw. You throw enough shit at a wall, something's gonna stick. And that's how. I mean, you see.
It comes up the professional way of saying it. Oh, it's usable and croppable.
Yeah. I'll fix it. I shot raw.
Oh, I can fix that.
Yeah.
I'm
I get it in
I'm
post.
shooting raw. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, so you're a computer person, not a photographer.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
so.
That's what they are now.
Yeah.
To me.
And so you giving me shit about that. So when we were in Paris in the catacombs, I shot like I was shooting on 35 millimeter. So I keep going back to like, I got to look at those.
Yeah.
But I'm like, fuck, there may not be anything good in there. Even though I was on the digital, I was like, trying it, because this dickhead was like, you should be more thoughtful. And I was like, I have what I want framed. And he's like, be more thoughtful about it. So then I started slowing it down. I would go through it and I'd look at it and preview and be like, oh, I'll take care of this later. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Dick.
Now you're just like, I never edited anything.
I need an intern to do all
You
that.
took
for me.
baby pictures like.
Oh, I
that
got those
kid's
done.
like driving now.
I got those
and you
done.
still haven't edited.
No,
them.
those are done. Those I got paid for and they were done. So I was like,
I had an argument with, like, this is back in 2004, 3, something like that, with one of the instructors at UCO about, I had a Canon 20D, and we were talking about long exposures, because I like doing night stuff. I like doing light painting and long exposures. And the way I learned the long exposure is you push the button. And you either have something to hold it open, or
you hit the release
on
your cord, and you lock it,
it up,
and it
you
stays
don't
open.
sit here and overlap 1,000 photos, because ain't nobody got time for that. And so
it's automated now. It's an AI program inside of Photoshop, but
but I still just hit the
No.
button on my cable release and lock it up and fuck your AI.
Yeah.
You
I
have
also
fun with
disagree.
your robot overlords.
Yeah, I also disagree
But no,
with using it.
So we had kind of like had an argument about long exposures, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't work on digital," and I was like, "Why?" Like it should. Oh, there's gonna be too much noise and blah 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 and all this stuff. Well, that was when I went out to like Vegas and went out in the desert, like 2 hours
Right.
north of Vegas.
I've been there.
And at
To the-
Pahrump and
To the ghost town.
to the ghost town,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
with the bank building.
Yep.
And so I did.
He's like, I have better photos of it out
I
there than
did.
you do now.
I did a 45 minute
So
exposure.
that was when I had the time lapse,
yeah,
like a slider, like
Yeah.
a 4-foot slider.
yeah.
Sit there and just do a time lapse through a window of one of those
Yep.
of the sky.
That's cool.
Yep.
So I did one where it was I lined it up and then I was flat popping a gel on a pink gel on one side and like a turquoise blue gel on the other side. And so I got the star trails and the building is all, colored up. And I went back into class and it was Mark
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. And I was like, ha, fuck you, motherfucker.
Two can play that game, you piece of shit. Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, you can do it.
That was the thing about so when I started shooting photos in high school, I was in my AP art class, but she was a different media. Like she did not use photography. And so I was sitting in there in class one day and I was like, I took this photo, I want to do this. And she didn't understand how to explain it to me.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be done. I mean, that's the thing about it is like if you really want to figure it out, because and that's something that you guys could both like. If that was something that I was really more interested in doing, is it's lighting a lot of those things. Because
It's everything. That lighting is it.
well, because
it's any monkey can push a button. And
So
Yeah.
the color of those lights
yeah,
were those weird street lights that were in there.
Yeah.
That were like a far away and would light the side of that. And you're like, it's kind of a funky
Yeah.
color.
yeah,
so that I actually used.
send that one to him so I can use it for the podcast, please.
What one? That was
Whatever.
his.
Oh,
That was mine.
well then I can't use yours. You're
I
not the
know.
guest.
That's why I
I thought he showed you one and I
No,
didn't see.
no.
Okay, so I'll show you one that.
So,
that's- you can't.
talking
You can't
about
get,
the lighting thing.
You can't get it ever again.
After I left doing stuff with McNeese and everything, so that when I had a realtor I was taking photos for and
Yes.
doing online stuff, and it was good money.
It always starts out as good. Money. Ooh,
So,
yeah.
so this photo
Yeah.
is not. You can't get this again.
Yeah.
So this is pre-finished.
yeah,
There's no wood on the walls.
No.
So
Right.
yeah,
climbed over the barrier to
Yeah.
get this photo. That is lit by the moon.
yeah. It's fucking crazy.
So that streak going through there is an airplane.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
That's an airplane. So if you look at it, you can see
The flash.
green, red,
Green,
red,
red, yeah.
flashing
Yeah.
next to it all the way across it.
That's cool as shit.
So that's lit by the moon.
Yeah, send that one.
And so,
I want to
so
use that one.
all this color on the metal
yeah.
is the cars, the red and the
Going-
white
yeah.
going
Yeah.
underneath
Yeah.
the bridge.
So how long was that exposure?
30 seconds.
Okay. That was I didn't realize. I want to look at Big Ben because I think I got some decent stuff down there. That's the one I actually want to go back through and do first, but I was got tasked with doing all the vacation photos.
Yeah.
'Cause she was like, I'd like to see where the fuck we went. I have one really cool one from Tokyo. I've been working on.
were there. Don't you remember?
Yeah. My wife is really good about going, I want this photo. Stand here and take that.
So it's kind of like the streaks.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
doing long exposure where streaks.
Yeah.
I have a whole series on those.
That was something that the book that I was tell everybody when they asked me like, oh, how do I learn how to shoot photos? And it's Brian has a really I think it's 2 or 3 chapters about long exposure stuff in there. And I'm like, I've tried to get in there and do a lot of that stuff. I've gotten better at it, but there was a lot of it early on where I was like, how the fuck do I do? Why is it so blurry? Or why does it do this? Or why does it do that?
A lot of it is you see for the
yes,
ones
I do remember you were over, Jeff Tice. Okay. Well, he knew you because that was his. So that was your studio?
So that's at, they also have that picture at Red River.
Okay. No, your brownie-ish.
Oh
camera.
yeah, that's my,
yeah, his logo.
So
my logo.
was your studio over in Farmers Market area?
yep.
Okay. That's where it was.
Yeah, it was right there. I told you it was like Sheridan and
The OKC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-shirt shop was there.
Yeah.
I thought you said Film Row, so I was like, oh,
I thought it was over by Film Row. Weren't?
Antelope Canyon,
hell yeah,
Arizona.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I thought it was over off Film Row, like Sheridan somewhere.
So hold on. So it was on Film Row first.
yeah,
It was in the Paramount Pictures building
that's right.
Okay.
for like
That's
7 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then Ron sold the building,
Right.
and then we were like, we're out.
Yeah.
So we moved out, went to the farmer's market, and went in there. So
damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to put a link to your website in there.
like
He's pretty good.
Yeah,
just traveling type stuff. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just I like to do city stuff.
that's
Is what I like. Is that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. Street photography has always been the thing I've enjoyed more, and I try to realize like what the thing I'd shot. I'd be like, I really like this. How do I do that better?
Yeah.
As
Right.
opposed to like the OKC sign's fucking killer, and then where's
Right.
it's Tahiti on the
So
bottom?
that's Mexico,
Okay, Baton Rouge.
Teotihuacan.
What?
New Orleans. I mean,
Yeah.
outside of New
Yeah.
Orleans, one plantations,
But that was
and then lightning.
That was the oak tree plantation, wasn't it?
the Oak Alley.
Oak Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oak Alley.
Yeah.
yeah, and so that was the thing is like I hate doing studio portrait photography. Like I've never been good at it. Like I never got taught on how to do it. Yeah, so the Midtown Plaza Court, that was one I submitted for my AP when I was first really doing photography.
Right.
And I had a really killer shot of it that was okay, but it was killer for me in high school. And then like it did well in AP, and they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you should do this and this better. I was like, my AP art teacher was like, I don't know, I paint.
Right.
And I was like, where is that? No, that's
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Wheeler,
Okay.
yeah.
The Tower Theater one's really good.
I mean, there's a million ways to shoot at
Yeah.
Wheeler.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there's a million ways to make it look totally different colors.
Yeah.
Everything.
And that's that's the one cool thing. Like when Lou and I were talking about this after his episode, I was like, I have shot the same thing that everyone else has shot, and I've shot it completely different than everybody else has done.
Right.
The one thing I do like about digital is that you can change it. Like if I want to shoot black and white, if I want to actually adjust my color balance and like go where everything's now got a green hue.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but that's not me.
I mean, and I don't do.
I don't really change colors or anything.
I don't either. I've tried a little bit because I'm shooting Fuji now, so everything's got that weird Fuji color shift.
Yeah.
And so
Very
it's like,
vibrant.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have dialed that back down. And so, I usually shoot like I'm shooting on slide film, as to, so everything's a little bit more saturated.
Right.
But I try to, if I'm going to light something and I want to change colors, I'm going to light it and change colors with the old fashioned way with like gels and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's my big, I've always used like gels, and
I
even
like
using
gels.
them
Yep.
in studio when I was doing, I've got a whole series where I was doing like 2 different color gels with a white one. And so your shadow is like the gel color.
Right.
And it blew people's minds when I did that, initially.
They don't realize that color doesn't. It gets overpowered,
Yeah.
but it goes into the shadows.
Yes.
It
yeah,
makes your
yeah.
shadows
Dude,
that color.
And that, when I did that, people were like, holy fuck, what kind of magic is this? And
Yeah.
I'm like,
So in college, we always shot film. So
Yeah.
I was the guy that I had an F3. That was my second camera.
Oh,
I had an
yeah.
F3.
Yeah.
So you could double expose on that.
Yeah.
You could wind it without sliding the film.
Yeah.
So there was a whole series. Mark's wife Meredith.
yeah.
I did some double exposures of her where I took her and put her against white, made an outline of her body, and then did a portrait of her face in it. And Mark was like,
Yeah.
Can I get one of those photos?
Yeah.
This was before they started dating. So I'm gonna rat you out, Mark. I'm gonna rat you out. So he was like, "Can I get one of those pictures?"
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
They just had their 20-something anniversary.
March. I'll be married 30 years.
Damn.
Congratulations.
Damn.
Yep. 30 years.
I did. It's so someone.
My wife's just barely over that.
30.
Yeah. This motherfucker. Were you at his wedding?
My
No.
wife's
no.
only 32.
Oh,
Sir, we need to talk.
sir. Where's Chris Hansen when you need him? Take a seat over here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everyone was just like, oh, that really just could turn.
I'm only 35.
couple times over. No, so I just saw. So it was somebody I followed on Instagram. They had a really good photographer that was doing. They were doing the modeling stuff. So every so often, whenever they pop up and on Instagram, I'm like, it's not even tasteful nudes. It's just like this is a normal lady taking fucking
yeah,
photos.
you see a lot of that. What was the name of the guy at UC, the black guy, the instructor? He got in trouble.
Mr. Simmons.
Mr. Simmons, that's right. He is the reason why you can no longer shoot nudes at UCLA.
Oh, really?
Because this motherfucker was, because he's got a
God
pool.
rest his soul.
God rest his soul. He had just a pool of willing models.
Yeah.
At any point in time, and they were like,
Sir.
Yeah.
This is not a
they were
smut
like,
factory.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. That's gonna end badly for somebody.
Yeah. But this woman was asking on Instagram. She was like, and this is something I don't know because I don't really deal with models a whole lot. You know, I've done Bedford's Third Thursday thing and some other
they're
shit.
not models.
No, they were provided.
There's
but they
very few in Oklahoma that know how to model.
really. What's annoying to me is like I know like one lady that was a professional model in Dallas for a long time, and she's like, "How should I stand?" I was like, "I'm looking to you to tell me how you should stand."
Yeah.
And
the difference between like a amateur model and like a professional model is a professional model will not tell her. You'll be like, she'll move.
Right.
That's what she winds up doing.
They will never do it. They may be like, okay, where are you shooting? And I'm like, I'm gonna shoot in this area right here. And they're like, all right. But
yeah, that's
for the most part, they're like, how do I stand? Where do I put my hands?
Yeah, and then so every time often because
do you want to see my tits?
Yeah, since she started, they're so close to my. So since we started doing more work together for her stuff, it's like I was like, you just do what you're gonna do, and I'll just shoot after that. Like, I'll let you know if I don't think it's gonna work. But anyway, so this lady was like, oh yeah, this photographer wants me to pay to get my modeling stuff done. They wanted me to pay some dollar amount that was like, a couple $100 for me to, and I was like, well, are you getting professional headshots done for something, or do you need it for this? And time ain't free. And the lady was like, no, they approached me and they want me to do modeling photos for them. I was like, well, then typically, in my opinion, you're spending your time, so they should be paying you. So in the professional aspect of that, you guys have more experience on that. What do you think about that?
It just depends.
If it's something I want to do,
right.
But I don't work for free.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a shitty way, but if
in college you'd just kind of you'd ask people, hey, you want to model for me?
Yeah.
And you just use each other. You just use each other to do your stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you learn. You gotta have a face, and
or I'll give you prints, I'll give you files, or for portfolio.
Yeah.
And like when I was making a living, as a photographer, I have a portfolio, and I don't need you to add to it.
Right.
So it's like,
yeah, that's basically what I said is if you're adding to their portfolio because they're building it, you should not have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Unless there is an agreement because it's mutual.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm building my modeling portfolio and you're building your photography.
And most of the time it was like, dude, I kind of, when I was doing it, I was charging like $100 an hour, flat rate, because that's just easier. And
that was okay. So that's another really good point. So people would ask me to shoot their photos for stuff, like their family photos, and I was like, I really don't like doing it. It's not my thing. I don't want to spend my time doing that. It's not that I don't like.
So
I don't like you. It's just I think you should go get that from someone that really does that well.
Right.
And that's not me. And I would say my rate is what I bill out as a drafting person. And they'd be like, well, that's expensive. I'm like, well, I guess you should go talk to someone else. And then they'd call me about 3 weeks later. So you going to be busy in November? I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not. You're paying beer money.
So on that, the way I dealt with that was if I shot anything for family, you're getting it for free, and it's a gift from me to you.
Yeah.
I'm not
the 2 weddings I've shot, same way.
I'm not charging you because I don't want to deal with it, and it was fucking free, motherfucker. So, and otherwise, if you want somebody to do it, I will happily put you in touch with a baby photographer that's all they do.
I don't have a bassinet. I don't have blankets.
Because I'm like, I hate children. I'm not going to.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, and
my wife gripes at me all the time. Well, you should have taken more pictures of our kids. No. You should have taken them to Sears more.
Yeah.
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 Like, that's the wife all the time. She's like, I can't believe you don't take more photos of us. I'm like, I don't like the photos of myself.
Yeah,
There's a reason why every time I take a
picture.
I don't mind. I'm not afraid of a camera. I'm just not gonna
It's
go
not-
stand in front of it.
yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
If somebody's like, "Hey, get it together. We're gonna get a picture." Okay.
yeah, I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm like, if I want that photo, I know what I want of it. So I'm
Right.
not gonna do all that shit. Like,
Right.
also like
Yeah.
the baby photos. The baby photos drive me fucking nuts.
I hate.
I literally could never touch a camera again and be happy with it.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
I do, like, I've gotten to the point now where when I do shoot now, I shoot for just
Do you need to take it?
for me.
Okay.
And if it's something I want to do, I really enjoyed when I was working at the Photography Hall of Fame,
Mhm.
and actually learned. That's when I got into like the daguerreotypes, tintypes, ambrotypes,
Yeah.
and doing the actual, like the old 1850s.
Did you ever
process.
do that with Mark?
Yeah, I actually taught Mark.
Okay.
So I took the class,
Did Mark teach you?
and
I didn't do any of it.
no, I took the class, and then I was teaching the class up at the Photography Hall of Fame, and he took the class, and then he started doing it, and I have all the stuff.
Do you want me to pause it? Okay, hold on. Pause. And then we're going to roll into this. We want to give a shout out to our sponsor and friends at Reflective Edge.
Is this
Screen
the
Printing,
first one
Oklahoma
again?
City's go-to screen printer for over 30 years.
Whether you need custom
See, we
tees,
would have had-
stickers, banners, or branded merch, Reflective Edge
would
has
have
you covered
had
with top-notch
the
quality
other-
and service.
Make sure to check out Reflective Edge for all your screen printing needs. Mention Hi, Chubby
Kirk.
Boy Magic, and you'll get 15% off your first t-shirt order.
And tell Doug hi.
And tell Doug hi.
And now, let's get into the show.
All right. You know what? I like that because let's get back into the show after we all have to take a break.
Don't try to make excuses because you deleted something, because you deleted it off the board because you got the button is all sticky.
The board, I can't move the button around. And once it's on that button, it's delete or that's it. There's no edit button for that part of it. I know it's a pain in the ass. It's okay.
You're the pain in the ass.
Hi. I'm a problem. Hey, did you guys see the meme of fucking Taylor Swift's like wedding where it's the jet going down the alley?
Whoa,
Or-
time out. She got married?
Or no, she got engaged.
What?
No, like
This is how much I've disconnected from life.
she got engaged. I think yesterday.
Who
or
is
the-
Taylor Swift?
Travis Kelsey? I don't know how you
Yeah.
pronounce his last name.
What game does he play?
Foosball.
Exactly.
American football, I believe. I don't know. I don't fucking listen to any of that shit.
American football. What size is your shoe?
43. 43 and a half, European.
Yeah.
So I as a motorcyclist, you'll appreciate this. I bought some nice TCXs from Revzilla, but they only came when you got them in European sizes. So I had to
Right.
go figure that the fuck out
Right.
because I run through shoes.
So now
You can look online real easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Shoe size.
I was like, I want this.
But
and I
now,
got that.
anytime somebody you
43,
mention shoe
44,
sizes,
41.
I'm a 43 European.
Okay. He's heard this story, but I'll tell
It's
you real
like you really are retarded.
as a as a side note. So when we were on the honeymoon, we had gone through Berlin and it had gotten wet, and I had a Dixon or a Dixie or Dickin, whatever.
You got dickened on your honeymoon?
Yeah, I got
Interesting.
Yeah, I got Dickin in
Dickies?
Berlin.
Yeah.
Dickies. I was
There
like,
you
what?
go.
I was like, God, what was it? So Dickies. I had a Dickies hoodie, but it was like a regular like fabric
Lickens
one.
the Dickin.
And it got wet, and I was fucking soaked to the bone, man. I was like, this fucking sucks. I just want to go get a rain jacket. And I walk into this, like, basically an academy in a mall, and I'm over there looking at jackets, and this German woman, a really attractive German woman, walks by, and she goes, "That is the ladies' rack, and you will be over here." And I said, oh, okay, cool. And she goes, "Your size," and she says my size, so I could go look. Sizes me up and down immediately, and I was like,
I'm
okay.
not a small.
Yeah, no, she sized me so accurately. I was like, "Can you just be my tailor for the rest of my life?"
No doubt.
Yeah, I was like,
I look good in this.
Yeah, because I put on the first one that I found. I was like, "That's pretty."
The Germans don't play.
No, she was not fucking around.
Yeah.
And then I get it. I put it on, and she's like, "How's it fit?" And I was like, "Pretty good." So she's like, "I'll give you a discount." Where's it from? And I go, well, not that accent, but I go, Oklahoma. And she goes, "Oh, I've been to Texas." I was like, "What part of Texas?" "Houston. It's awful. I'm never going back." Fucking, you're
I
wrong.
mean, she's
Yeah,
not
you're
wrong.
not wrong at all. So anyway, about photography. Yeah, the
Squirrel.
yeah,
Yeah,
that is my
exact-
nickname.
Yes.
So the thing about the photography side of things is like when someone asks you like, can you do my family photos? Like I've done one family's photos since their kids were they had the first one and then they had the second one. I was like, that's cool, and I don't mind doing that because it's neat. I watched them grow up.
I've had some families that I have one now that she begs me every time. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't.
and she knows that I have to say no, and then she's like begs me and then makes me.
Yeah. So with this woman that I've been doing her family photos for, I finally because she taught me a lot about engineering, and I owe her a big debt to where I'm at in my career because of that. And so I just started doing them. And then last year I was like, the kids are getting older. They really don't respond to me doing their photos as much as they used to when they were kids, like babies. It was a lot easier. I think it would be time for you to find, and if you want me to keep doing it, that's fine. But like they're happy to see me without the camera. They recognize me without the camera. And for your Christmas cards and your family photos, I want you to have the best of that. So please find someone the fuck else to do this. And she was like, I get it. And then we usually do them in November. And so last November, I was like, I haven't heard anything. So maybe they're not doing them this year.
She's like,
But
I found somebody.
She did.
else.
And I liked every single photo on Facebook. I was like, thank fucking God.
Well, that's not always the case. I mean, because you like, oh, you need to get somebody else, and then they get somebody else, and you're like,
Whoever she got
You're
is
like,
actually
that
very
was-
talented.
because
You're
that
like- you're like,
that
"God, that
actually
was
just
awful."
happened with one of. I don't really want to bring it all up because they actually somehow stumble across.
Hold on, bring this a little closer.
So, it's bad. It's so they try
It's
to. It was a
whitewashed.
commercial job. Okay,
Okay,
it was a
all right,
commercial
all right.
job.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do it. Right.
Okay.
Personal reasons, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then they hired somebody and paid them a lot of money, and
Oh.
it was
Yeah.
terrible.
Hot dog shit.
I mean,
Fucking fingers and lenses and shit.
dude. I was like,
Had that Canon built-in soft
probably got a degree from
OCCC.
UCO.
UCO, but because they'll give degrees to everybody.
That I did have a conversation at Bedford's the last time I was out there for.
Fuck that place.
Well, it is what I had them work with. They were doing it was a
fuck
nice.
Hold on. So, why do you not like them?
Because when I went in,
He's like, I got a personal
actually
vendetta.
3 times.
Yeah.
3 times. They lost my film one time.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm not in
and
the
then
least bit.
we're
Yeah.
just we're like
Oof.
oopsie.
Figured out.
And
they
It
just
was-
happen to be some tastefuls that
yeah.
of
Of
his
me.
sister.
No, yeah. The best photos I ever took.
I was like, hold on. I was like, where's that button at?
And then I went in one time, and again, it was film, so they developed it. And so I was like, can you do a contact sheet? And so they printed me a contact sheet. And it's like $12 for a contact sheet, right? Well, it's pixeled out. Like, it's not even... Then they're like, well, that's how the computer does it. And I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Right.
Like, I can't see...
Was this like an 8x10 contact sheet?
I have a
Yeah.
question.
So an 8x10 contact sheet, did you not say that, is this not 300 DPI?
Okay.
What just happened?
Yeah.
You
So
printed
they
it on,
were- they were-
did you print this on 3 DPI?
No, I
I didn't know what DPI meant for photography printing and all that shit. I know that from engineering because I was like, I set one of our large format 24 by 36 inch printers, and I was like, what's this mean? And I printed off one sheet, and I was like, I think I'm losing my eyesight, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
can
is
you
bad.
can you hold that back about 30 yards?
yeah.
Dude, it was
And it start to make sense?
yeah. No, I didn't know.
And so I kind of, I mean, again, I was losing patience, and so I'm not,
if I wanted patience, I'd be a
I-
doctor.
But I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Tell me, how do I use that as a photographer? You're looking through a loop or you're something, to figure out which one I'm going to print. And they were just like, that's what the computer does. And then I went
That's
in,
what the booker
Stop
said.
stop hiring people who don't know what they're talking about.
yeah,
That's like hiring a person who's never driven a car to
Yeah.
sell cars.
Yep.
I met a guy that did that.
And I went in.
It's actually pretty good.
I'm sure, but he was a con artist first, right?
Oh, he was a car salesman.
And the
Just
la-
start there.
The
Yeah.
last time I went in was, I think I was looking to buy a lens, and like specific, it's like I want a 24 to 70L, 2.8 all the way through,
This.
like blah blah blah. I know what I want. This is how I make a living. This is how I make my money. I want to spend I want the professional lens because I want the 2.8 all the way through, whatever the reason. I want this. And I go in and he's like, well, have you looked at this lens over here? It's the 55. It's like a kit lens. And I'm like, do you? I just
Dude.
told you what I want.
Yeah. If I wanted a kit lens, I would have gone
Like-
to Sam's Club.
like-
God damn it.
like-
So hold on, I got to do a plug real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Hold on.
I know you've shot
for anybody who's looking for camera equipment and you want to put your hands on it, go to Best Buy, go to Bedford,
Yeah.
put your hands on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Call Competitive Camera in Dallas, and
Okay.
you will
I
get
do-
it
I do.
the next day or 2 days.
Yeah.
Ground shipping, like cheap.
Arlington Camera is another one that's pretty decent.
Competitive Camera is the best camera
Yeah.
store in the on the planet.
Yeah.
So,
Eugene Jabbar
okay.
is the owner, and he knows what he's talking about. When you call and ask, he knows exactly what you're talking about. He can give you a price right off the bat,
yeah.
and it's unbelievable.
I'm the whore when it comes to this, where I've on all the shit I shoot on, you can just fucking land back. Do you have your batons out?
Right.
I have a lot of kit shit. Just get fucked. But so
Hey, it's
what I
you
had.
can afford. Honestly, you can shoot just as good with a kit lens as you can with.
To me, it's the I don't.
So
have to-
I'm going to tell you this: go get yourself a Canon Rebel for $100
Uh-huh.
somewhere. Okay,
Yeah.
go buy a real lens.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
and you'll have just as good a pictures almost
Yeah.
as anybody else.
Yep.
So I have a couple lenses that are good glass. I really like. Those are particular things I use them for. I carry
Yep.
them with me, and you've seen the
Yeah.
pack, and I'm like, I use my kit lens a lot of times because it does
My-
most of the shit I want it to do.
my
Because I didn't want to spend $2,000 on
So-
a fucking piece
so
of glass.
But hold on, I'm going to throw another plug out there because I truly believe in them. Sigma art lenses.
yes.
The
Yes.
Sigma art lenses, they're almost scary sharp.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you can shoot things on that, and you're like, didn't really need to see all that on her face or his face or
Yeah, yeah.
my
It's a
face.
little- yeah,
That's a
yeah,
little too
yeah,
much.
yeah.
But it's what people are seeing now because you're seeing all these movies in 4K, and you get up close to like Lawrence Fishburne, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's
he don't try to hide it. That's him.
I will say this too about the digital thing when you were talking about that earlier is I had a really close friend that was like she was pregnant or post I don't remember, and she was like, can you take family photos? It was pre-pregnancy, and she's like, can you go ahead and Photoshop my baby bump out? And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you're pregnant. If you wanted that, you should have fucking asked me a year ago before you started laying in bed and doing shit. I'm like, I don't know how to do that in Photoshop. There's shit I will not learn how to do in Photoshop because I'm not doing that shit. I don't want to learn how to do that shit. I'm not doing that shit. If you want that, then you should go ask someone else. But
The one thing that drives me crazy is a woman who is 50 years old and wants to look like she's 20 again.
Yeah.
Can you take all the wrinkles, all of them? Like,
Yeah.
you want to take
yeah,
all the
you-
wrinkles off?
yeah.
Like, somebody's going to go,
Get
what
on.
is, who's this?
Yeah. Get on TikTok and use the app.
Did you-
Because it'll take them all.
I told you about the crow's feet thing, right? I don't.
I don't-
Maybe I. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
remember.
So a really good friend of mine wanted family photos done,
Right.
and he was like, "Hey, I need them done like right now." I said, "Okay." So I scheduled out 2.5, 3 hours down at the Mirror Gardens, and I was like, "All right, cool. We'll go down there and shoot," because he's got 2 kids that were cantankerous. I just know we're gonna have to get what we can. And I shot like fucking 4,000 photos on my fucking SD cards because I just kept getting photos where I could because I was
Yeah.
just trying to do what I could. And so I go through and I Photoshop and color correct and do all the shit for about, I don't know, 1,800 of them. It felt like because do. And I went through and did all that stuff, sent them off to them and I go, hey, pick out what you really want. And then we'll go from there.
Right.
And then I get a phone call and he goes, we like all those photos, but we need you to take the crow's feet off of my wife's face. And I was like, it's an hourly thing now. I will reduce the hourly price, but it's hourly because I'm
gonna be sitting at a computer
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's where you fucked up.
Well, and I was like,
You go through and edit. Editing is that, dude. I cut it down. You'll get 10 photos,
yeah.
maybe 20. Go pick from these because I'm going to pick out the best.
When I
ones.
do corporate headshots, you'll 3/4 one side, 3/4 the other.
Yep, yep.
I say pick one from each side. That's all you're gonna get.
And that was something I didn't know at the time because I was just trying. I over promise or under promise over deliver because that's how I've always done it for engineering. And I was like, fuck. And I said, no, you guys got to sit down. You have to go through these, and you have to
first
figure
time
them out.
you
Narrow
do
this
that-
down.
The first time you do that and you spend 12 hours editing, you're like, never again, motherfucker.
This
Well-
is why I don't do. I don't like photography anymore.
Well,
I do not want to sit at a computer.
Well, and that was at the end of the conversation. I was like, I will do whatever you guys want. It is just what are you willing to spend? Like, you were originally going to spend $300 on this.
That was your problem.
Well-
you had to be. You should have been in control.
Yeah.
And you tell them.
But everybody learns that. I mean,
Everybody learns that.
Everybody's
Yeah.
gonna run
Yeah.
across it.
Well, and
I mean,
to-
that's like when
Yeah.
I was doing wedding photos.
fuck. I've only shot 2, and that's all I'm ever going to fucking do.
The best thing I
I've
ever
probably done
did
5, but
was when
Brand's over here like I'm
Paul-
no, so I had to do some friends who, like the first one I did was a friend who decided to get married like in 2 weeks because
Yeah.
she got accepted
okay.
into flight attendant school,
Yeah.
and they were gonna get married before she left, and he was gonna stay
Right.
and then fly when she graduated to wherever they went. So had to do that one first.
Yeah.
So that's another deal. So I did a bridal portrait real quick,
yeah.
and
I'm
her
so glad he
and
came
her
on.
dad worked at Hobby Lobby.
Oh fuck. His last name.
Takes the bridal portrait to work, and they're like, "Oh, can we use that?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's in all the frames
Yeah.
going out to the stores, and I'm like,
Yeah. I'm not getting paid. Yeah.
so
You're like motherfucker.
So do I send Hobby Lobby this contract now?
yeah. No. What did you
Yeah.
do?
Nothing.
There is a certain point of is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
Oh, the juice would have been worth the squeeze.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And there's a few photos in my life that I've done that I deleted one that I could have probably walked in somewhere to this person and said, "I got this. You want to buy it for $250,000?"
Mm-hmm.
And they would have probably just went
Done.
whoosh, burn.
Yeah.
I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. It's a dude that works at the paper.
Aubrey
still.
McClendon.
No, he's dead. No. You've heard this story.
Clay Bennett.
Nope. No. God damn it. I never met both of them.
Mr. Hefner.
I did meet one of them. I got unprecedented access before First National Center got remodeled.
Okay.
And I was because I was working on the project, and I just asked the owner. I was like, "Hey, man, I really want to go to photos of everything because you guys need them, and I want to do some artistic stuff, and I want to do some cool shit, and I want to be there at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and 2 o'clock in the morning." And the guy was like, "Fucking have at it. The only thing I ask for is don't share anything unless I approve it." And I said, "Okay, that's cool." So I go take like 5 shots on a Friday, just real quick shit, because I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because I'd never been through the building before outside of the Grand Hall.
I'd been to the building.
Oh,
A lot.
I have about 2 terabytes of being through that building because I
Yeah.
went from fucking basement to ceiling and top
Right.
all back and again.
I just went through the bank.
Oh yeah.
The bank area is where I was really concentrated.
Oh dude,
through the
because
bank.
it's fucking amazing to shoot.
It
that
was
shit.
amazing.
And I got it before it was restored.
right.
And I've got some.
That's why I did too.
Yeah, and I now have some stuff that's after restoration because of where I was at, and it was a really cool opportunity. But so I'm going through, and someone's talking about First National one time, and I see a certain journalist has posted a picture to Twitter, and I'm like, hey, that's not a photo they took. That's a photo I took because I had someone hold a light there because I was like, I'm playing with light today, and it's a really clear photo. No credit for it, and I was like, and then my wife being a journalist, I said, should I do something about this? And she goes, nah, just let that one go. Like if it gets bigger, then we'll go through that. But like right now, you're just it's out there. People that know you took that photo because it's also on your social media.
Right.
I was like, cool. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
All right, I'll test you about. No. But yeah, it is annoying as fuck to have a really killer photo and then all of a sudden you're like, God damn.
Yeah, the best was when I was a second shooter on weddings for Paul.
Yeah.
when he was doing all the weddings. I was his second shooter, and so I would shoot,
Yeah.
and then I would be like, "Here's the card,
Here you go.
bye,"
Yeah.
because he would pay me just flat rate.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
he would bill it in if they wanted a second shooter.
Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be the best thing ever.
Oh, it was
Oh, yeah.
amazing because I never had to deal with like
Computer.
whoever was
Downloading
paying
anything.
or because the bridezilla or the bridezilla's mom,
Mom. or-
whoever's writing the check,
That's the one that cares.
that's the pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
and
Always.
but yeah, so me and like
I had
Paul-
no problems with any of the weddings I did,
yeah.
but most of them were either
I've,
a necessity had to right then,
right,
or
right.
their destination weddings.
Yeah, I did a couple where
That Mexico shot you saw
Uh-huh.
was at that wedding.
nice.
I went to a destination wedding. I just took my camera with me. I had to still pay to get to Hawaii, but I was like, damn it, this is really nice. I'm
Yeah.
going to do this.
Yeah, it was
I've
a
done a
Puerto,
couple
Puerto
where-
Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh,
Co-
dude,
It was
done-
awesome.
I've done
Yeah.
a couple where I gifted them, like this is my gift to you, and like go through and pick them out. And, like again, I'm not giving them access to.
Oh, yeah.
like
No, by the
this-
time I got to
I
that-
will basically edit and figure the here, and these are the best ones because I'm not gonna let you look through the 1,000 photos because
No.
that's fucked. I'll give you, 20, or whatever, and then I did one time. It was a military couple that they had put down money, and whoever took
Yeah.
their money and basically
Bolted.
bolted. She couldn't get hold of them, and they're like, "We're supposed to get married in 2 weeks," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
And I did that one for a discounted rate.
The
just
two I
to
shot,
be nice.
one was a coworker, one was a coworker of the sheriff's, and I was like, I'll do both of these for free because I've never shot a wedding before. The first one, I was like, I've never shot one before. Here's my shot list of what I want to get.
You never told them that.
No, I just
yeah, I'm the best there ever was.
I just
Devil
said,
went down to Georgia.
no, I just said, look, you've seen what I do,
Yeah,
and you know what I can do because I actually shot the first one's engagement photos, and I
Yeah.
was paid for that. And I said, and they're like, well, we really want a wedding photographer. We can only pay this much. And I said, that's really not enough. You're basically paying what you paid for me to do your engagement photos, and I'm going to be there for a lot longer. So here's
Right.
a shot list I'll go through,
yeah,
and I will shoot this, and do all that stuff. I'll get what I can. Wife was the second shooter for me on my backup camera. I was like, you will get what you get. If it's fucked up, it's fucked up, and that's all. It's free.
Right.
And they went, cool. And then they were like, these are the best photos we've ever had of us. And
Yeah.
they're like,
I
you should use these as your portfolio. And I
I
was
had
like,
somebody one time invite me to a wedding because, well,
on
you're
the
a
off
photographer.
chance.
No bullshit. They were like, "Oh, we thought you would have a camera and you could shoot it," and I'm like,
No, I'm here as a fucking guest.
"I shot that on my iPhone."
Do you know JD Merriweather?
Yep.
Okay, so
Everybody knows.
well, it's funny because I didn't know.
It's Oklahoma. There's only like
There's not that many commercial
there
photographers.
used
Yeah.
to only be about 10,
Instagram's really made that worse.
Yeah.
So
Well, and Walmart selling $100.
So
Tanner
tell me about JD.
So JD and I are friends. I really like him. He's a good guy for me. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on him, but for me and him, we've always been really cool.
living his best life.
He is, and I'm happy for him on that. And so we were sitting there bullshitting one
Kinda
time.
got fucked over by Coop.
Kind of. You know what? In all honesty, from what I've understood, he kind of fucked him. He not kind of fucked himself. He fucked them, and they fucked him back. Like so.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of both play. But so we were cutting down a tree at one of our rental properties, and I said, hey, I need someone to take all this fucking firewood. And he goes, take it, bring it over to my house. And I said, oh, fuck yeah, because it's a truck. Well,
Hey, put me on the list if you never get rid of
okay.
something.
No, I got all day.
Yeah.
I got fucking two 100-year pecan trees back here I can't burn most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got you all day.
You can just throw it in my back area in my house. And
Oh, yeah.
I'll sit and chop it all up and make firewood. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
burn firewood like going out of business in winter.
The sheriff loves the idea of an open fire pit out in the patio until the smoke comes out, and then she's like, "I'm fucking inside." She watches it from like, "This is the dumbest shit." In the world. So anyway,
No, I love
Yeah.
being in Choctaw. It's the best thing ever. You
Oh,
just,
yeah.
Now you don't have to call and ask for a burn permit.
No.
You just call and it's a recording. Today, August 6th,
Uh-huh.
is a burn deal, and then they make sure it's out by dark, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you just hang up.
Yep. So I said I need to get rid of like 3 truckloads of fucking wood from one of my rentals, and he was like, "I'll take it." And I was like, "Okay." So I went over there. That's the first time I ever met him. He was into motorcycles, scooters, and Alfa Romeos. So we get this fucking super chummy. And so he's like, "Oh, you should come out to what's the French La Baguette?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a photography exposition over there. Come over and hang out." I said, "Okay." So take the wife up there. We're having a good time. I'm like, "Man, it's a really cool photo." But they're all about like 3x3.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, "Man, like why are they so small?" He goes, "Oh, I did this all on my
These are
iPhone."
these are all Polaroids.
No.
Yeah.
These are all on my iPhone. I did it just to see if I could do it. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, what? And he was like, "Yeah, I didn't blow them up because I wanted them to look good." I'm like,
Right.
so he's whatever iPhone he was shooting on at the time. He's
It's
like,
probably like iPhone 3.
yeah,
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he
2.
went through and he got some pretty killer shots. I was like, "Oh yeah, I had the same one, or I like this, or I like that." And he's like, "Yeah, they're all like 3x3." And I was like, "That's cool." And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't make them big, so they didn't get blown out and looked shitty." And I was like, "Oh." And he's like, "But you can do that because that was the best camera." Well,
Right.
he did that as a method of study, is what he told me.
Right.
But he's like, that was the best camera I had on me at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
But outside of that, he was talking about shooting for Bring a Trailer and a bunch of the large automobile auction sites where you're talking about shooting a Series 1 Cobra, or you're talking about
Right.
and I was like, that's stuff where I would not get approached about doing that.
Right.
So if you get approached, that's cool. I'm not gonna take that
Yeah.
away from you. You're doing that work. That's cool. How's that? And he's like, "Well, if I ever need a second shooter." I was like, "Well, I guess it's just gonna be me building it from my portfolio."
Yeah.
But JD and I never had any problems with him, but I've heard a lot of other people have some heartburn over
Some
him.
people, yeah, I think
And just because you're in the house doesn't mean you have to.
no,
tell me
no, no, no,
lies.
no. JD and I get along great.
Okay.
It's
No, we get
because
along
He
great.
comes across as an asshole at times, but he's
I
a
can
great guy.
He was.
I mean, I've always thought he was a super nice guy, but I could see where he's not.
Not everybody likes him.
Not everybody likes him.
because there's a lot of people who want him dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
I literally, I like in the advertising world. So
okay, I can
he
see
got
that.
into the deal. He got into a deal where somebody used his photos without paying him. Well, he sued him. Well, he won.
Yeah, it was
Well, yeah, but I mean, at the same time.
Yeah, somebody like that.
Oh, Ackerman McQueen. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
surprised by this.
so
yeah,
it
yeah.
was somebody used something that, and he sued him and won.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So
the
then
thing.
it kind of blackballed him with a lot of different people in town. So that's why I'm saying a lot of people either liked him or didn't like
Yeah.
him. I mean, he did the right thing. You're
100%.
You're not going to pay me for my stuff. I mean, you're not using it.
He
I'm
actually
not
did the right
working for
thing
free.
He did the right thing for all photographers in Oklahoma
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't have a
We're in the vacuum.
large
I don't feel
pool of people.
For some reason, I don't feel like it was Macaroni McQueen though.
Was it?
Slander.
I thought it was.
It was
He
another
didn't
big
tell-
one, but it wasn't. I don't think it was.
He didn't tell me the
Ackerman
name,
McQueen.
but he did bring up the fact that because he was telling me, because I was talking about, photography to me is a hobby. I enjoy it.
It was not Ackerman McQueen.
But he was telling me the story about, he's like, I shot some photos and then someone used them. And he's like, this is where you had to stand up. And he's like, if you had the means to be able to defend yourself and get
Correct.
your payment,
Yeah.
it's important.
Well, now it's there's a copyright attorney over off of Sheridan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That all you do is walk in there and go, "This is what happened." And they're like, "Yeah, we'll take it."
Yep. I mean, it's an ambulance
You know?
chaser at that point.
Right.
Yeah, but back
And
then,
they specialized. You didn't have that here.
No.
You
yeah,
didn't have copyright
five or
people.
10 years ago, you didn't
No,
have that
no,
at all.
So you were gonna fight a giant, you know,
Against yourself. that
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna try to.
yeah,
f-
and
you're
then
gonna
trying to find somebody you're gonna
Who
be like,
knows enough about
like
it?
Irvin Box.
Right.
Hi, will you take my case? So for 75%.
Yeah. You're making a statement and I'm making a Porsche payment. But,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing too, is that was the nice thing about it was JD was very honest about a lot of stuff where he's like, if you take a good photo and like the Scissortail Bridge,
Right.
he's like, there's a million of those photos out there. Like,
Yeah.
Correct.
I shot one and
Yeah.
I was like, this is the shit.
I knew a guy when
Anything can be shot in a different way that you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, on the Scissortail Bridge.
like I took one that I sold. It was the old Chesapeake. It was when they had the Christmas tree lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just an angle, and I mean, I sold the shit out of that. You
Yeah.
know, just because it was a little bit different, but it was all the lights and everything else. And I was like, when I happen to drive by and I whip a U-turn and
Yep.
like hop out, run over, click.
Well, and that
Right.
was like my credit union I swore to God up and down. That was my photo. I was like, they're using my photo right now. I was like, it's there's part of it when you're not a professional where you're like, that's cool, credit me.
Right.
I did some photos for a project that was for Oklahoma City Public Schools, and I was like, they were like, oh, do you want your name on this? I was like, not really. I was like, and then I got the back of the booklet that's like 300 pages long. They're like, oh, photo credits to Cody Thompson. And I was like, God damn, please don't put me in this motherfucker because people might look in there and be like, that's when my kid goes across town now. And I'm like, no, that was not my part. But that was the thing about JD is he was really nice and honest about that stuff.
Right.
You good?
Sorry. Yeah.
Tell her no. I'll tell her no. But that's the thing about it is like there's a lot of that inexperience where you guys come into play where you've been doing it professionally and you guys have been doing it professionally for so long where I'm like, how's that work?
Yeah.
Like
It's different now than
it's
when
so
we were
fucking
in there,
different.
because now you have soccer moms that are like, photography by Brittany,
and not saying that some of those girls can't and some of those people
some
can't
of those
do
people
good
take
jobs,
great pictures,
but man,
yeah. Well, it was like the realtor thing when I was shooting.
man,
I was shooting houses for this lady for like $350 a house, and because she's putting them online, and this is back in the day when that was
that's
dude,
new
that
hot
was
shit, man.
that was paying my mortgage payment.
Do you want me
every
to pause
month.
it?
Oh my god!
Go on, I'll pause
Hang
it. Hold on. Realtors, man.
Yeah. So I was shooting photos for her
Continuity.
houses, and it was like $350 a house basically, and so like that's paying my mortgage. Like I'm all about that because it was some easy work. Well, I had learned how to light a house, so when I take a picture, it looks like how you would see it.
Yeah.
How it's the lights are here and this way and that way. And so
Did
I
you turn the ceiling fans off?
yes.
Okay, cool. Because I noticed that the other day on Zillow. I was like, no one's turning ceiling fans off again.
no.
That shit drives me nuts.
Oh, I walk straight and I go, blinds have got to be certain
Yep.
height.
Yep.
Ceiling fans off.
Yep.
All ceiling fans off.
Yep.
All ceiling fans off, and I go through and I like let them all settle for a little bit.
Yeah. And like,
Yep.
stick your
I
hand in it.
also, because we have 3 rentals, I've also started going through and dusting all the ceiling fans first.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because they can collect.
Oh,
Yeah.
when they're moving, you don't notice it. Anyway, I noticed the ceiling fan thing the other day. I was like, God damn it.
But so for
Yeah.
like a year and a half, almost probably like 2 years, I was doing this, and like I said, good money, and
Yeah.
she would tell me I'd go shoot it. I'd get her stuff back super quick. I'm like, yeah, I will take care of you because it's working
Right.
for us.
Right.
And then she just
I got you. You got
stopped.
me, baby.
And I'm like, okay, like maybe what's going on? So shoot her an email and like make sure everything's okay. Haven't heard from you.
She
in a while.
found somebody cheaper.
And no. So she
She's dead.
yeah,
She's been here for
42 years.
her mummified corpse was looking so sexy. I
God.
just had to no.
bro. No.
She bought a Rebel from Walmart
Oh, of course.
and
No
decided,
brainer, dog.
decided,
course.
why
Yeah.
am I paying you money?
so
when
hold on.
I can no.
Did she buy a tripod too?
No,
How? No.
no,
That's
no,
my
she
favorite
didn't.
part of that too.
And she was trying to use a 50 millimeter lens.
Yeah, her kit lens.
Yeah. Why is it so deep?
I was going to try to patch these together in Photoshop to get the same width.
Now she actually had the balls, I gotta give it to her, to ask me, how come my photos don't look like yours? And I said, what did you think you were paying me for?
I'll tell you what's funny is I really think she could have shot it with an iPhone and it looked better than
Oh,
her-
you, 100%.
an amateur buying a camera.
Yeah.
100%.
Your phone's going to look better
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you don't know how to run that camera.
Right.
100%.
Like,
Let the phone do it itself.
Yeah.
It'll figure it out way better than you will with that camera.
Yeah.
so
Put it A.
Do is A, S, M, or P? Which one do I put it in?
well,
None of them.
Pick one. Pick
Hey,
one.
P.
So put it in P, and then go to your ISO and put it on auto.
yeah.
That way you know you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Hold on, what are you gonna do? I'm shooting a house. Okay, no. time out. Put it on A,
Yeah.
put it on auto,
Everything on
and put it on F8.
Yeah.
Move on.
So we have 3 rentals, and then a buddy bought 2.
That's gonna be $250 for that lesson.
Oh. So we go out, and I got a shallow depth of field lens. I bought one from, it was, I think, the last thing I bought from Hank. And I was like, I need this for rental property stuff. That's what I wanted. So I got what I wanted, and I used it. And I was like, oh, this does what I want. And then so I'm at my buddies, and I'm like, here's what the photos are shot. They look really good. It's lit really well, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, I just really want like a wide angle on that. I'm like, okay. And so I go back over to the rental that he's got, and I get my phone out, and I go, and I was like this? He goes, perfect. I was like, fucking $85 an hour, buddy. I love you to death, but god damn, that was annoying as shit. And I was like, also, you're paying for lunch.
Darn right.
But I mean, that's okay.
I think realtors all should shoot their stuff on an iPhone.
Absolutely.
Well, so
Especially now. 'Cause
it's
they've gotten
as
so-
fucking good as they are now.
Yeah.
Just might as well shoot it on that.
Um,
But they need to wait till the right time of day.
Yeah.
Still,
Well, and
there's
that's-
still all that. I mean,
there's so
they're
much
never
that
gonna
goes.
figure it out.
I mean,
Well,
there's
and-
golden hour, there's blue
Yeah,
hour,
yeah.
there's
They're never gonna figure it out.
Like
No.
part of the thing was is like this particular rental where I got the wide shot at. I was like, well, I'll go over there, I'll take it, and it's a west facing window. So I was like, well, if you really want this to look good, I'm gonna do this, and this. So I was like, well, I've got this going on and this going on. So I went over there and got it, and I was like, bam, and it's and like the lady that rents that house, she was like, I like that house because of that photo, and I was like, you should tell him. You tell him. You go
That's
and
right.
call him right now.
Rates went up.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like somebody wanting a portrait at noon
Oh,
in the summertime when it's sunny.
my baby naps at sundown. I'm like, God.
There's nothing. I would rather listen to nails on chalkboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do that photo shoot. Okay, what time you gonna do it? We're gonna do it outside. We're gonna do it at noon. What?
Yeah.
Why do you think fucking noon? Like what?
That's
Because
when we all.
everybody's
That's
here.
when. That's when
That's
we
it,
all get everybody
everybody's here.
together.
That's when
Yeah.
all crew can get together. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, all crew can fucking wait. Go
Yeah.
take a nap, dickheads.
Just,
Dude, it's so I like.
it's awful.
The
So-
last. No, keep going.
You got fed up with photography. And
Yeah.
you decided
Now we're
you decided
part 2.
part 2. You decided to be a cop.
Oh, were
sorry.
you-
I went to school to become a cop. And then I
Yeah.
just so how I got started in process serving is
so you're also a PI too, right? Or are you just process
I
server?
do
It's the same.
I do some PI work.
Okay.
So I was a licensed private investigator.
Okay.
Right.
Because in
Right.
Oklahoma, you're supposed to be licensed.
Correct.
I did
well,
have a lot of questions. People asking this.
kind
Yeah.
of.
You can get it
kind
at Metrotech.
Kind of.
You
Literally.
can get anything at Metrotech.
No, literally.
I mean, you can't.
So your VOTECs are where you get your schooling
Yeah.
for it.
Okay.
then you
So
go
you have
Cleat.
to take. So hold on. So you take security guard, which is part 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then your second one is, so you take the first class, and the first class is part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
It's one class.
Okay.
It's security officer 1 and 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can work
then-
outside the on
So
queue.
you literally, for sure. So, well, if they want you armed, then you
Gotta get your cleat.
then you go your third class.
Uh-huh.
Third class is the private investigator class, and the fourth class is armed.
Oh,
So you
it's a
take the
PI
gun
is-
class.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can take 1 and 2 and 4. If you're not going to be a private investigator, you don't take 3.
Okay.
So you take security officer 1 and 2, and then 4. Then you're an armed guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you get certified through CLEAT because you get a certificate through your class.
Okay.
And they have to certify you because you literally take an H&H or whatever, and you have
Yeah.
to shoot.
Yeah.
So you get certified, go through CLEAT, you get licensed, and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Because
I
I
did
did
that-
doing that.
I did that, and
I'm thinking about a career change. So this is
No,
another.
I was really because
so
I have a lot of attorney friends who were like, "Hey,
correct. And
Yeah, I
that's-
was like,
that's
They
thought
were
what-
like, if you'll do it, I'll use you.
That's-
We'll pay you."
that's
Okay,
exactly
so-
what you got to have.
Yeah.
Before we get into it too far, because
Okay.
it was asked by multiple people about, because there was also some, but
There was a request from me to be on here.
Yeah.
yeah, after I told
Yes.
people what you, because I thought you were a bounty hunter, because that's what he had
No.
said at one point, but the PI thing also came into that.
Would
So-
you think I look more like Dog or Bev?
You're Beth with those titties.
Damn it, dog! Yeah, Beth.
Beth with those
Beth
titties.
with those
Oh yeah,
titties.
Beth. Beth.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Beth.
it was Beth.
Beth.
It was
Uh,
Beth.
Sorry, meth.
RIP, dog. So being a PI in the state of Oklahoma, is that realistically an earnable wage to live by?
Oh, you
Yeah.
can make a lot of
Okay.
You get hooked up right.
Okay.
So I think the biggest deal about, unless you can get hooked up with some of the biggest divorce attorneys and stuff like that,
Mhm.
is insurance fraud. There's a lot of
He
people.
was going after my
So
mom.
so hold on. So insurance fraud is a huge business because somebody will claim that they got hurt
Backiotomy.
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bad.
And
Okay.
then they're out playing golf.
So right, and so I
Son
actually,
of a bitch.
I actually saved an insurance company over $250,000 with one video,
Oh shit.
but it was a sketchy deal because I followed a guy, he left for work, and I followed him. I kept going, where am I going? Like,
What are we
kept
doing?
following him. Like, where's this guy going on vacation? Like, where's he going? He drives all the way to Dodge City, Kansas,
What the fuck?
and I follow him to Dodge City, Kansas.
Are you prepared? Like, are you thinking that you're going to drive to Dodge City?
So don't know where I'm going to be going.
Okay. There's no. Okay.
After sitting in front of his house for 38 hours straight,
Okay, hold on.
sitting on the street for 38 hours.
Are you shitting in a bag or what?
So you are calling your wife and saying, "Come sit and watch. I'm gonna run to the store, go to the bathroom," or you pee in a cup. If it's pee, you're just gonna pee in the car. You're gonna
Fuck
you're gonna
you,
pee in a
Nate.
car
I think
Nate
So-
is a PI.
I think
So-
Nate needs a career change.
yeah.
for sure.
So wait, hold on. And just out of curiosity, so if you go, I need to relieve myself, and you call the significant other, someone else.
Then she calls you and goes, "Hey, he's backing out. Okay, follow him for a
you're
second,
like,
and I'll get
"God
on
damn
him."
it." Okay, so for her to just sit there for a second, she doesn't have to be a PI.
You're sitting on a public street. There's no.
Yeah.
So why don't
it's
you-
like taking a photography.
Okay,
yeah,
just want to check. Just want to check. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't,
you're not sitting on somebody's property. I mean, you're just sitting
I'm
there.
gonna put the pin back in my head for
Okay.
about what the PI really covers in a second. So,
Okay, so I followed this guy all the way to Dodge City, Kansas, and he goes to a horse sale. So he's a cattle buyer.
I thought you were gonna say whore.
So what? Hold on. So he's a cattle buyer, and what happened was how he got hurt is he slipped in a trailer
Oh, okay.
and like destroyed his back supposedly.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
He does. So the day before I follow him, he does a day in a life video and turns it to the insurance. He can't even bend over to put his socks on. He's he's
Hey,
so
Mama,
hurt.
do your noises.
So his whole life is going to change
Fucking
forever.
terrible, yeah.
So it's awful.
Right.
So he goes to Dodge City, Kansas. So I walk into this cell, and it is the smallest place in
It's
the
you
universe.
and 4 other people.
There's
and
like
he's the third.
7 people in the whole cell. And luckily, I know what he does
You're
for
like,
a
I really
living.
want to buy a cow today.
So hold on. So I know what he does for a living. So I knew what I might get into, but didn't know where. You know, we weren't sure where
Okay,
he's going to be
okay.
going.
Right.
Did
so-
you do the research to be like, this is a head of cow?
Yeah, I grew up in Laverne
Okay.
and more.
Okay.
So I've been
Okay.
around cattle. I've been
Okay,
around
okay, so you're-
farms.
well, okay.
My grandparents lived in the end of the Panhandle. I mean,
Okay.
I've been around farms.
Okay.
So I have on Wranglers. I have on boots. I mean, I'm.
You're not looking like one of us.
I look like I'm supposed to be there.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay,
Like
okay.
when I go to this cell, I look like I'm supposed to be there.
Right.
So the first one we go into, there's a ton of people. Like it's packed.
Yeah, you're just watching.
And I'm like, how am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to film him
Right.
and not make this look obvious?
Now-
So I'm like, okay, I'm going to run to Walmart real quick and find something. I find a camera that is about the size of a cell phone
Okay.
that has a lens that swivels on top.
Okay.
Okay. So I can hold it and shoot through my fingers. I literally can shoot through my fingers holding this and act like I'm
Texting
like it's a
or-
phone.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
like, I hope I don't fuck up the exposure on this
So
one.
I get back in the sales ending. I'm like, oh, I'm missing it. But he gets in his car and goes to another sale.
Okay.
That's when I walk in. There's 7 people.
You're like,
I'm
I gotta
like-
text a whole bunch, man.
I'm like, oh no.
fuck.
So he goes and sits down in a chair at the end of the cage, like he's the only buyer there. And he's sitting in
Look,
this
man, I
chair,
got insurance money coming.
and I go up and I'm setting up there, and I'm kind of just watching. The owner of the place walks over and sits down next to me. He goes, "Hey, I'm so and so," and I go, "Hey, I'm so and so," and
Do you use a fake name?
oh yes,
Okay.
And so, I use a fake name and I say I'm from Laverne, which I wasn't.
You're
I'm living in
used
the
to that
city.
part.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm used to Laverne. I
Yeah.
know people in Laverne, and so I say, yeah, my brother's. Brother and I are gonna get into cattle, and he told me
he
he's
just
like,
got
hey,
back
go
from the
go.
start market.
He was like, just go to the cell and,
Yeah.
and check it out and see what things are going for right now. And I said, so we're just kind of dipping into it and checking
Browsing.
it out. Just browsing.
Right.
Yeah, we're scrolling through eBay.
And he's like, okay, cool, and I think he knows I'm full of shit, but he hands me a card and goes, hey, if you need anything, give me a call or whatever, I'll help you out, whatever. It's like, okay, cool. So I sit there.
He's
and
just
I'm,
like, I got
and
to
so,
sale today.
So this guy's jumping up and down out of this chair
Oh shit.
and I'm filming him. And here's the shady part. So
What?
So after a while, he kind of looks at me and he's kind of like, who's this guy? And so he's got a couple guys that work for him
Okay.
who are sketchy. Probably, hey,
Right.
a lot of people that work in ranches and stuff like that either have a bad background
Yeah.
or they're just born
They
into it and they're
they
doing
don't
it.
really
Okay.
want to be around people.
And so when I go out, my tire's flat.
Oh shit.
and I see one of them over by my car. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
Got
So I'm like, there's enough air to get down the road, maybe. And so I get in my car and go down the road to a gas station and fill it up, and it's going down. I run to Walmart real quick, and they're like, we closed in 5 minutes. We're not doing it. I go, so you're going to tell me I'm going to have to sit here in your parking lot till tomorrow? Because I'm from Oklahoma. I got to get this fixed. He's like, ugh.
Fuck.
And so he's mad. So he gets his deal out there and takes the deal off, and he's looking. He's like, there's no hole in your tire.
They took the core out.
They
The valve
loosened
core.
the
The
valve
valve
core.
stem,
They
yeah.
loosened it. And so he tightens it back up and airs it back up. And he's like, you're good. And I go, okay.
So that was
So I'm like-
was now thinking about that from the ulterior motive of that is you have a loose valve core. You're stuck on the side of the road about 30, 40 miles away from population.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so,
Unsavory individuals roll up upon you.
yes,
Oh.
I'm telling you. So, I'm packing.
Yeah.
So, I'm
I was
not-
wondering.
Oh, yeah, I'm packing.
So-
I'm like, do you want a shootout? Well, we can do a shootout. Whatever.
Now, I have all the questions, so if you have questions, stop me. But
ahead.
okay, so have you seen the anime Cowboy Bebop?
No.
I'm gonna send you home with homework.
Okay.
So this is why I wanted to be a fucking bounty hunter. So if you're in Oklahoma, or are you protected underneath your licensure through the 50 continental United States, or like
So my license only allows me
48, whatever?
my
Reciprocity
license only
in the
allows me to
7
do
states.
only allows me to be Oklahoma,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So,
So you can venture into Kansas, and
yeah, you're just a citizen.
you're just a
Yeah.
witness.
You're just a citizen. You're
Okay.
just a person that's out there, right?
POC.
So it's which is stuff that I do now. It's just I'm looked at different because I'm a process server. So every day of my life when I serve papers, I have to tell the truth.
Uh-huh.
If I don't, then I lose my license. I can go to jail. I
Yeah.
lose my surety bond. I lose all this stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So I have to tell I'm not going to lie about if I serve the person or not. What do I care? I'm just a messenger. Why would I go?
And
why
don't
would
kill
I?
the messenger.
Why would I go? Why would I go risk my
Livelihood.
livelihood
Mm-hmm.
for somebody I don't even know?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I don't know anything about the person I'm serving for, and I tell everybody, hey, probably half the time I'm serving for the wrong person. That if I was choosing, I'm serving for the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
They're not the good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm serving the person that's getting hosed out of the deal.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
if
one of the reasons that I kind of forgot about this today, and I was late today, so
you're
and I had to be reminded.
I
had to be reminded, like, hey, you were supposed to be here 30 minutes ago. Where you at? And I'm like, I totally forgot.
At least you weren't all the way home.
Hey, we were hanging
For
out.
sure.
We were hanging out. It was fine. Me and my brother were
So-
hanging out.
I was at a client's house all night long
Uh-huh.
doing some things that was being done to her. We were just
Flipping the script.
flipping the script.
Okay.
Like you can't, when you're married, you can't lock somebody out of something
Yeah.
that you both own. You
Yeah,
can't.
correct.
So we cut a chain and
Okay.
put our own lock on there. It wasn't malicious,
No.
I was just the witness. I was the one guarding, basically. So I was there as a guard and a witness.
Now, that's a curious question about this too. Did you cut the lock, or did you watch the lock get cut?
I watched the lock get cut.
So you're just
and I'm just making sure nobody's coming
to cause harm or anything.
And I have some tools that I use, like thermal scopes and night vision, and because you're out in the middle of a ranch and you don't know who's coming.
There might be coyotes.
And there might be coyotes. So you
I
just
thought that man-sized coyote was coming up on me, man.
So
there's a lot of things.
So
there's a lot of things.
So it's just one of those things where if you're trusted and you get what they need, you're gonna get phone calls.
Okay,
I mean they're gonna call you.
Yeah.
So
they seek you out.
So I was doing this private investigation stuff a lot.
Okay.
Okay. When I had my license, I was doing it all the time, and it took away from my family so much. My kids were younger, and I just was like, I gotta stop this. I'm just gonna serve the papers, do photography on the side, do photography and process serve on the side, and not do the investigating stuff as much.
Yeah.
Only selective, not
Yeah.
full time. So I let my license go. I had some attorneys lose their mind because they were like,
"Who the fuck did we call?"
Because they were like, "You saved my client $250,000, the one video." Like
and you do that
because
4 days.
Because we went back, and I'm sure he looked at me like, or he when he saw the video, he's like,
God,
I
damn
knew that son of a bitch was looked
Motherfucker!
he was. They were mad then, but
they were not. They were past valve core.
so they
mad.
took that video 3 days after his life video, day in a life video, and said, "Look at him jump! Look at him jump out of this chair like he's Michael Jordan. Like what's going on? Bouncing in and out. Woo-hoo-hoo. Somehow he's healed. He goes to Kansas and becomes healed.
Yeah.
So
now, do you have to go testify in court, or do you just present this?
no,
as
sometimes I testify.
Okay, you do.
So I had a guy. The most recent one I had to testify on was I had a guy, and it was just by luck. I was in Canadian County, and I walked in to file something, and I ran into this attorney, and he goes, "Hey, you know that guy that you said he said put it in the mailbox for that girl we were trying to serve?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "He said he never told you to put it in the mailbox." And I go,
Ooh.
"Huh? Hold on a second." I put it up on my phone and went play, and you can hear him say, "Put it in the mailbox."
Oh yeah, because we're one party consent. So you record a lot of stuff.
Oh, I record. I started wearing a GoPro. I have some attorneys go.
Yeah.
I have some attorneys go. You need to start a YouTube channel of serving people,
Bro.
and so
Bro.
And so hold on. So hold on. And so I play this. He goes, "Come upstairs." They were on a break, and we go
"My
in.
billable rate starts now.
And so I walk in. I'm in shorts, and the first thing he goes, "Hey, my process server just happens to be here and has a recording of him saying what
Your Honor.
Your Honor." And I said, "Your Honor, I'm really sorry. I wasn't expected to be here. I'm in shorts. I'm not being disrespectful.
Right.
No, I don't want you. I don't want to be disrespectful because that's one thing. No.
I've seen my cousin Vinny a million times.
And you do not wear shorts in a courtroom.
Yeah.
And so she was like, "Okay." And so I get up there, and can you play that audio that you have for that? And I play it, and I mean, she just goes, looks straight at the guy, and the guy goes,
Fuck.
I mean, he's in his brain's like, "Am I going to jail?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
it's
you
perjury.
just perjured yourself.
Yeah.
And so she goes, "Okay."
This is fascinating. This is our best episode.
And she literally just goes, "Okay, that's it." And I just go, "Okay." I just walk out.
You're like,
Job's
done here.
When I think that there's going to be a confrontation, or if somebody's going to try to lie to me or whatever, I'll turn my cell phone on in my hand and try to catch them, because I did that one time. I walked up to a door and I had my camera in my hand, and I knock on this door and I said, "Hey, is so and so here?" And the guy goes, "No,
Who you talking about?
I don't know who that is." And I go, "So this isn't so and so's house?" And he's like, "No."
Never
I
heard
go,
that.
I go, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I bothered, wasted your time, whatever. So I go back to my car and I'm sitting there. I'm like,
Now,
what?
Do you have
So-
a photo of who it's supposed to be that
No,
you're serving?
no.
Or you just have a name?
not always.
Okay.
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
So I go back on the video and I play it real quick. Or no, I called the attorney. I go, hey, that person doesn't live here. And they're like, yeah, they do.
I've sent them certified mail like 4 times.
Like I know for a fact that's. I go, hold on a second.
He sent me
So
an invite to his
So
birthday
I go to the
party.
video and I pull it up where I see his face and I take a screenshot. I send it right to the attorney. I go, is it like, no, that's him. No, that's him. So I go back up. So this was awesome, but also a little bit spooky. So I go back up to the house. I knock and I go, hey, you're him. So I'm gonna give you these papers. And I hand him these papers, and he starts cussing me out. Get off my property, or whatever. I go, okay, cool. And I start walking off. His pit bull got by him and came out. I'm halfway in the driveway, and I turn. This pit bull's coming flying 90 miles an hour at me.
Yeah.
And jumps. And it's like I'm in a Naked Gun movie or something. The dog whiffs me. I don't dodge the dog. The dog flies by me and like roar and like misses me. And I'm like, what? And you get that tingle like a little bit.
Yeah.
And I turn and the dog lands and like turns back at me like, and then realizes I'm free. And turns and just bolts down the road. And this guy comes out and he's screaming. I go, hey, you might want to go get your dog. And his wife comes out. They're both chasing this dog down the road. And I go, have a good day.
Now,
like that.
Now, okay, in theory, as you did as a joke when you got here, you walked up, hey, you've been served.
Yes. So I've probably said that 5 times in my life.
Oh, well, thank you. I knew that if you were cool, you were going to make that joke.
Yes.
And I will also say that's not the first time, but it's the first time as an adult that I've been served. So
yes.
Yeah.
And so
as a minor, I was served.
I just want to make this point. I am not like the guy on Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
I don't do the extracurricular activities that he does.
So,
but I wish I had some of the outfits he has.
Yeah.
So can you wear costumes and stuff?
What do you mean costumes?
Well, like
Can I wear
clothes.
clothes?
If he decides to dress up like he's going to the disco, he's just wearing clothes.
I'm just wearing clothes. Do I make them think that I'm somebody I'm not? Like I would never knock the door and go, please. No,
you're
dude.
not like I'm not ONG. I'm not Joe Genie.
No.
You don't
would
represent.
Never.
You're not representing like
You would,
Arden.
and I would never put on a U.S. Postal like the actual symbol.
Well, because
Right.
that's a whole other thing.
Like UPS, you'd go DU or DSU or something like that. You'd change it so it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's just some other
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But you could have it all brown. Just happens to be a brown.
Hey man, I just really like brown. It actually wins.
SPU, not UPS. I knew you were dyslexic and you'd understand.
I read the court case.
You
We
go,
know.
up, you go up there and my name is Tyrone. I am from an underdeveloped neighborhood and I am selling magazines.
Yeah. My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Every time I get one, I'm like, yeah, my name is Jeff. So you walk up, say you were going to serve me today. You're going to serve me with.
I'd walk up and knock on the door. You'd be like, hey, and I'd be like, hey, I'm looking for
so-and-so.
Jeff Smith. And you're like, yeah? Okay, I got some papers for you.
So that's all you have to do.
Oh, yeah, I got some papers for you. I don't want them. He shuts the door in my face. Okay, well, they're right here. See ya.
Oh, so you don't even have to get a
Oh, you don't
signature.
have to hand them to nobody.
I was
He
wondering
admitted
about that.
who he was.
So as long as they...
Or if I have a picture of him. If I have a picture and know what he is and I walk up and I know that's him,
Uh-huh.
I got some papers for you. There you go. See ya.
Okay, so that's all the requirement is for it.
Is to tell him I have papers for him.
Okay.
But in that instance, if he slams his door, well, you've been served, I would say it and just throw him down.
Okay, so you
Because
don't
you
have
don't
to
have to hand them to him. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
No.
Okay, that was something
No.
I was curious about, and I got to ask was if you have to acknowledge, yes, I am.
Yes. So if I don't
Jack
have a
Evans
if I don't have a picture of that person, like that guy at the door, I didn't have a picture of him. I wasn't told it was him, right?
Okay,
So in court, if they would have said, the guy would have said, "I wasn't me," and came to court, I would have went, "That's the
That's
guy
that
I
guy.
served."
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then they're like, "But that's not him." Well, that's the guy I served. I showed a picture to the client, and the client said that was him.
okay, so you've
So
done that.
I
That's your
I
due
get out of
diligence.
that.
Okay,
You know, I get out of that because
Right.
I was told by the client that was him, even though it wasn't him.
okay,
They lied.
okay. Or they misinformed.
They misinformed me.
It's allegedly
Correct.
okay. Now, how many times have you gone up because we have beards?
Yeah.
And for some reason, you and I get mistaken all the time. We know you're an
Oh,
elderly man.
so hold on. I had a new one. Recently
Okay.
that the guy cut all his facial hair
Yeah.
off and hadn't cut it off in
The photos.
25 years.
Uh huh.
Right.
No. In the photo, it showed with the beard, right?
Uh huh.
So
I've
I
been
had-
wondering this.
so when he walked by, I went,
Man, the nose.
because he walked by me. I went and knocked on his apartment door, no answer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking,
That
So I
face
go
tattoo,
down-
though, the
Yeah.
Texas symbol.
So I go down and I go out to the car and I call the spouse, and she goes like, "No, he should." Well, I go, "What does he drive?" Well, he drives this green Ford pickup. I go, "Okay, the pickup's here." So I'll go back up. So I started to walk back up, and this guy comes out and walks by me, and I'm like, "That looked like him."
Yeah.
So I walk by him and I turn and I stop and he walks to that Ford. And I like turned around. I go, "Hey, Stan." And he's got earbuds in. So he might not have heard me knock.
Yeah, fair.
So I walk out, I go, "Hey," like it wasn't Stan, but "Hey, Stan."
Yeah.
And he doesn't answer. And he's just kind of fiddling through something in the passenger seat. And I go, "Stan." Well, he kind of hears something. He turns around and he like pulls it out. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "You Stan?" He goes, "Yeah." And so I hand him the papers. And he's like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So a lot of times,
You didn't even say you've been served.
never.
Okay.
Like I don't have to say you've been served. So,
Dude, I would be chalking that shit up.
but if
Just
he's like,
"You've
"I'm not
been
taking that,"
served by
well,
the
these,
best."
I'm a process server, and you've been served. I would say that if they try to refuse or whatever,
Okay.
you're served no matter what.
Yeah.
Because I have people go, "I'm not taking that." Well, I go, "Well, it doesn't really matter if you take it because you've been served no matter what. So here's the papers. You want to take them or do you want me to throw them on the ground?"
Yeah.
And they're like, they take them.
They almost always take them, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
How many times have you mistakenly served the wrong person because they look similar to someone else?
Never.
Okay. There you can always
Because-
you can
because-
always tell.
I have an address.
Okay.
You know what I'm
fair.
saying? What's the odds of somebody looking exactly like another person at that address?
Okay.
If you have a photo. So,
Yeah.
but most of the time, I make sure that they say they're them. Like I'm Jeff. Because
My name's Jeff.
My
so
name
so
is-
so sometimes you just kind of have that feeling of what kind of case it is and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Are they going to try to say that's not me or whatever? So, or they'll try to avoid it. You know what I'm
So-
saying? So,
so
a
how
lot of times I will fold the papers and put them in my back pocket. So I'm just standing up there with nothing in my hands.
You're like, I'm just
Yeah.
standing
and
here
they're just
naked.
like, what does this guy want? You know, like they open the door and you're like, "Oh, I got some papers for you." And you pull them out and you hand them to like, and they're like,
So how many, like on average, times are people angry or irate, or are they just like take them and thank you or whatever, or like take them and turn away?
I'd probably say,
Is it like 50-50 or
no, I'd probably say about 35% they're mad.
okay.
Yeah,
Um,
because most of them know it's coming.
Yeah.
40% of the time, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then you got some that avoid it
Mhm.
or I mean, just try to do anything to get at, like, not be served.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you're like, so if they see you outside the door, there's times they don't answer the door.
right.
Yeah.
What's the
And-
longest one it ever took you to serve somebody?
Hold on.
Uh,
Can we guess?
Yeah.
What is there a statute of limitations?
So hold on, time out. Are you talking about me on that property? Like
no, like,
how long did
Just
have you had somebody that has avoided you for like weeks?
and before you go with that,
Okay.
Or
is there a
months,
statute
or-
of limitations on how long you have to serve someone?
Yeah, it depends on what papers you're serving somebody.
Yeah,
There's because there's going to be a court date
Yeah,
on
okay,
some of
okay,
them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Some of them are court dates, so
Okay.
you got to you get 7 days
okay.
prior to court date.
I'm gonna go with right now 4 weeks. That's my guess.
No
You gotta
way.
get, well, I'm
You're not even. No way.
Man,
How long did you wait on the last one that you?
I was gonna say probably about 2 months.
Y'all are both way over. You
Oh,
have,
really?
So
Man, I'm getting into
my,
this job.
Hold on, time out.
See,
My
but I'm a sneaky
my-
fucker. I'd be climbing out
My
windows.
phone.
I'd be hopping
My phone
fences.
rings off the hook for a reason.
Well, we know.
So
I want to go work with you on Monday.
so I will tell you that the longest I've ever been on a property, like I'm not opposed to staying all night.
Right, 38 hours.
Hey, I've either broken doorbells by ringing it so many times,
You're that guy.
or they unplugged it.
Okay.
And if they unplug it, then they get to hear me pounding on the door, like
yeah.
shaking the wall, pounding, like
I was like, be careful.
like
There's a
that
Jenga machine.
deep,
And they
like
gotta-
that
and
deep
they gotta call-
thump.
What are they gonna do? Call the police?
So you're
That's a very
you're-
good point.
Hold on, your idiots do. So I'm going to tell you. You either want your sleep or you don't want your sleep. But if you don't answer that door, you will not sleep.
You're gonna hear Pink
So-
Pony Club for
So
72 hours straight.
let's go into it.
Or does it become psychological warfare at one point or another?
So we'll go into a couple of them real quick. So I was in Edmond.
So good.
I was in Edmond. I go up to the door, and you can hear the TV. The TV's on loud.
So you're
it's
serving
like,
some
it's-
90-year-old person.
No, they weren't that old, but they were probably in their 60s. Probably just have the TV cranked up.
Right.
Are you
Knock,
serving
knock,
my
knock,
Dad?
knock, 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 knock. TV goes off.
Okay.
And it's like,
I'm not home.
yeah,
Yeah. He won't know if I don't
nobody's here.
yeah, yeah.
And so
Go
I'm
find
like,
another house.
I'm like, okay. And so peepholes,
move. Yeah.
Yeah.
if there's lights on behind them, they're lit in the
Yeah,
center.
man.
You can
Crazy.
see- you can
And when you go up and stick your face to it,
They're not
it
lit anymore.
blacks out,
Yeah.
and then it gets light again. You're like, somebody's behind the door.
Yep.
So it's like,
It's got to be a full person, too.
it's, so every time I pull up at a place, I assess the situation from the get go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's at the house? What's going on at the house? Is the yard mowed? Is it not mowed?
Yeah,
I mean,
because if
all
it's not
these
mowed,
things,
they may not be there.
if it's not mowed, they're going to be mowing the next couple of days.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But
You're
you
calling
can
it
tell.
O-
You can
Oklahoma
tell.
City, you're like
You can
complain-
tell if
Yeah.
things have been kind of mowed, if not been mowed. But so I knock on this door, so it goes silent, and I'm thinking,
Weird.
ding dong, nothing. Ding dong, nothing. Ding dong. Then I go back out and I call the attorney, ask them about it, and they're like, they're probably there. I mean, I go, no, they're here.
Yeah,
They're
I know
here. And they're like, okay, well, I mean, you got all the information. I'm like, okay, cool.
You got
Ding
all
dong,
the
ding
information.
dong, ding dong. I mean, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. It's relentless for hours. This goes on, and then I'm like, we're gonna play that game. Okay, I like this game.
Yeah.
So I go back to my car, set my phone, 30-minute alarm, get on YouTube.
So you're the guy.
Waste 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding. Okay, cool. Get out of my car. Ding 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 ding, and just ring it. Ding 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 ding. Like,
You're kind of flushing it out earlier. I gotta wait a second.
Yep.
And be like, yep, and then
yep.
See,
Ding 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 ding, and then I beat on the door. Boom 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 boom, and depending on what time of night is depending on how hard you hit, because if the neighbor calls,
Mm-hmm.
then the cops come and they like, hey, you're gonna need to come back or something. You
neighbor.
can't knock.
Yeah.
The neighbor called.
Okay. That's a good point.
And you're like, okay. Because the first thing I ask when the cop comes up is, Who called?
Because them or them?
Because I use that against the cop. So cops will go, "Oh, this is a civil matter. I can't get involved. I'm leaving." No. If she called, you have to check on her well-being.
He is the smartest man
And
I've
you-
met in a long time.
And you've got to use them for that
And when
advantage.
she
You got to
opens
use
the
that.
door.
So
Yeah, take an airplane,
hold on.
just-
Hey, quit running the story. So bang, 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 ding, ding, ding. Go back to the car, alarm. This goes on all night. The sun's starting to come up where it's getting light outside. I just walked up to the door. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm like, I always keep looking out like the cop will be coming around.
At some point.
But at this point, you're like, it's been hours. Like
Right.
we went from
Damn, I thought I was stubborn.
we went from 8:00 at night. Now the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay. So next thing you know, a cop comes. I'm like, no way.
I can go home.
He comes down the street and he like sees me and he kind of whips a U real quick and pulls it and he kind of pulls in and he kind of gets out on his door like, who is this guy? You know, because she's not saying that, oh, there's a process over at the door, because they would have went, sorry, answer it.
Sorry, answer
And
it.
so he gets out. I go, dude, I'm glad you're here. And so it was one of those instances. I go, I've been here all night since 8:00.
Now, do you identify yourself immediately? to the
Oh,
police?
immediately.
Okay.
I'm
like,
he goes, hey, what's going on? I go,
Do you
I'm
have
a
a badge?
process server. So you have a license,
Okay.
which I'm going to throw them under the bus right here on this.
Right.
So they give out these. I'm actually renewing my license right now.
Right
They give
after
out this license that is about the size of a note card. So it's not like you can, put it in your wallet.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And I think it says you cannot laminate. So by the end of 3 years, your photo, you kept getting glue sticks and trying to get it on there, like stick it on
Yeah.
there. And you're like, anybody could do this.
Like, I'm going to carry
Why
a
are you
Ziploc
not?
bag.
Why are you not making like
Where you hold it
actual
in a bag.
IDs?
Either-
Like you guys print it like a license
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
and give
You
it to
were-
you,
like, 'cause
or hang a badge, or hang it on a deal.
I
Yeah.
think bounty hunters carry an actual physical badge, right?
They actually have a badge. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
okay?
because I remember being scared shitless by some
So-
bounty hunters at one point.
So a bounty hunter has the right to, if they know you're in that house, they can kick your door in.
Yeah.
Dude, do you want to become bounty hunters?
So hey,
No.
So hold on. So you need to go watch some of those YouTube videos, because there's some guys out there that there's one video in particular that this guy, the bounty hunters, he's a thin guy, but he's a martial artist, like big
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
But
I
he
like it.
but he runs into another guy who's a martial artist.
Oh,
And the guy goes, "You're not taking me in." Like that.
Right.
And like starts walking away. He goes, "Yeah, you are." And he goes, "No, I'm not." He turns to him like,
Come on,
and
man.
and it gets ugly. Like they get into a big altercation, and then he gets away and gets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Well, because the other
you gotta know.
And the flip side to that,
You got to
is
know that they could.
you got a lot
take
more
you out.
chances to go to jail as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, that the two guys that my dad was friends with in high school, they rolled up when I was like 16, 17.
I mean, it would be so much fun.
Well,
but-
and they were
But you
talking.
got to know that there's going to be guys out there that you got to have
oh yeah.
4 guys with you.
I w-
yeah,
will-
get
I
that
will
that
say
was what they were
guy
telling
down.
me as a kid.
Your psychological warfare tactics.
Perfect for you.
Well,
Perfect
you
for-
don't understand them because you haven't had kids. Because as a parent,
Have you met Rex?
Hey,
no,
your
that's
kids
not-
will go like this at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jedi
As a-
mind tricks.
Yeah.
As a parent, when it was like, oh, I'm gonna win. It's a game, and so I will wait you out. Like,
I got nothing but time,
I got
baby.
nothing but
It
time.
sounds like exactly what you need to do. Go get a service license.
I actually, like I said,
I mean, I'm
looked
looking
into
for
it.
a new career right now. I'm just learning.
My sister,
I'm,
my sister-in-law is an attorney, and
I
so
could
it
just
was-
start working for
It was
her.
her and like all the attorneys in her office.
My
and then I
favorite
had
one.
several
my,
ones.
my favorite one is family law.
That's exactly.
It's a
what she
lot
does.
easier because you always know where they're at.
Yeah.
So the hard ones are personal injury.
yeah.
So personal injury is somebody gets in a car wreck and then the attorney is like, hey, you need to go to get checked out. And then you got to do all this therapy. It could go on for 2 years.
Yeah. Before you
And
get-
then they like hand me the papers. Here, go find this person. Or here's the last known address. Oh,
2 years
so
ago.
you tried to serve them by green card,
Yeah.
It came back to you, and now you're going to send me to the same address.
Now, do you charge for
Appreciate that. Depends on what happens.
that? Okay.
So there's free deals where you can look up somebody's
So
name and see an
yeah.
address.
Do you have like LexisNexis or do you
No.
use anything?
Can you-
So that's expensive.
It is. It is. But
I
man,
mean, it's so it's the real deal. So LexisNexis is a system that U.S. Marshals use.
Yeah.
So I was watching a bounty hunting deal where it was U.S. Marshals, and it came up on the screen. And I'd used it before through an attorney,
right.
and I saw it what he was looking at. I go, that's LexisNexis.
Yeah.
And so the bounty hunter guy was like, or the U.S. Marshal was like, oh, look who got a cell phone today. The guy purchased a cell phone 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like it showed up on his system within, and then they're like, get back on his street and sit there and wait for him
Yeah.
to. They're sitting on the
amount of-
street and down the other street. The guy comes around the corner. They box him in, and they're like, "Thanks for buying that cell phone." They're yelling at him, going, "Thanks for buying that cell phone."
He's
Because they were
like,
like,
"Damn
"How'd you
it."
find
you
me?"
You can background the shit out of people. With
Oh yeah.
So I'm not talking too much. If we have enough time after the episode, we'll talk to her. But I learned some tricks of the trade because what my wife did, and so I and also just having Google since I was a little kid.
Yep.
We have many a times looked at cars.
Yeah.
And then we have many a times been like, I wish we would talk to that person. And I just go, I'm not going to tell you how I know everything about that person right now in about 5 seconds on Google. Not always to the extent of where it actually comes back and I can continually follow that.
Social media will haunt people forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's pretty so with the rental properties,
I'm so glad we did not have that growing up.
Yeah.
It'd be different.
it's so much worse
I'd be
because
Well,
I know
it'd scare all the kids anyway, because if we had that videos and all that kind of stuff, they'd be like, "Y'all did that?
yeah. Well, that was
Y'all are crazy."
so like I'll run OSEN, figure out what's going on in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Like and then
Yeah.
because usually if they're bad enough, you're gonna have something coming on.
100%.
here.
You'll have something.
Yeah, like
That's the first
so-
thing you should look up is OSN.
Yeah,
Somebody's gotten a traffic. They've gotten a traffic ticket somewhere.
Yeah, and I can verify their legal name. I can
Yep.
verify their birth date. I can verify their last address. So like, I've met people where I'm like, I want to know if I want to hang out with that
You
person.
find their car, $5. You can
On a
I
cop
think
on a
that's
cop
changed.
system on a cop's computer.
Yeah,
Like if they
which
pull,
we're not allowed to use.
if they pull me over,
Mm-hmm.
if they pull me over, they type in my deal. It shows my process server's license, my gun permit, everything
Right.
comes up on their deal, so they know who they're walking up to.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like that was the crazy thing about just like the last one that I was looking up. I was like, yeah, he's not from this state. He's been here for 2 years. I can verify that his address he listed to me was this, and this, and I could verify what he had listed before that. And I had a lot of other questions that popped up in Google that I was like, okay, this checks out because I know X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And you were there and you said
Right.
all this stuff and it's the right stuff. Now we just have to fill in the blanks on some stuff. And that's all with Google without paying for anything. If I really want to get Nat's ass on you, it's a bad
That's what-
day.
I mean, like,
my deal is get a copy of the driver's license.
Yeah.
All the past places they've lived,
yep.
his cell phone numbers.
Mhm.
I mean, those
Anything
are
that
how
you-
you start
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that you've used.
if you hunt them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's
Then-
your email?
then
And what
you
was
get
your
on-
last email before that email?
Right.
And then you start looking at Facebook, and it's like, oh, you
Yeah.
were at, Hawaiian Dawns this weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the weekend before you were at,
Cousins. And then the weekend
And
before
it's
that,
like,
you were at.
Okay, so I bet you're going to be out this weekend,
Right.
and you start,
Yep.
people kind of usually go the same places.
Well, and that
all
wa-
the time.
That
You
was
know?
what was crazy about a lot of the people that like just applying for applications to rentals. I'd be like, hey, I'm not going to charge you until I get done looking at everything because I just want to make sure that before I say yes and charge you a bunch of money for this, we're okay. And I had a couple of people that were like, oh, well, here's all my information. Well, that was a lot more than I would have given out.
Right.
And so then I start going through Facebook. I'm like, this guy or this lady or this person is just bar, or they're at Target I'm like, man, like you're not making this much and you're spending that much. I don't think that you're going to be able to pay the rent on this goddamn house. And not saying that they maybe wouldn't be able to, but
Right.
I didn't find an OnlyFans. So,
But you also don't know if they're trust fund babies.
that's true. And
I'm
that's one
saying.
of those things too that you have to be very upfront and, but within our instance, I meet everybody, I talk to everybody before I
Right.
before I charge you a single dime. I've had a conversation with you for at least probably about 30 minutes where I have a good read or not. I had one guy that was a tractor trailer driver that was less than savory, and I was like, if I can't collect the rent and I have to send the wife out to collect the rent, I'm not putting her at risk because she decided it was rent day.
Yeah.
So that's how I always view it. So anyway.
So being a bounty hunter, Ed, would be like being a repo man.
Oh, and I had a guy when I worked.
I watched so many of those
When
videos. I fucking love that. You know what? The one I've been watching lately is that I fucking love is the shed repo guy.
Oh, really?
There's like
How
a
the
guy,
fuck have you not shared that to me yet?
he pulls up. He's got like a flat, like a deck truck, almost like what they put.
Yeah.
the-
That's
put
how they
roll
move
on
the one over
dumpsters.
here.
Yeah.
And he's got this little, like it looks like a stand-up lawnmower,
Yeah.
and he'll like roll up to it.
It's called a mule.
Hook it up. And like lift it up, throw some tires on it, and like back it out and pulls it out on the trailer, or he'll like get it on the trailer and just fucking yank it out. And I'm just like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. The repo
So
ones are.
I've
good.
repoed a car one time for
Okay.
a guy.
Can I
got a phone
pause
call. Yep.
for like 5 seconds? Is that okay with you?
5.
For
So you repoed one car.
so I repoed one car for a guy. So I get a
One
phone
car.
call and
one car.
he's he's looking for an investigator type deal to
Right.
Okay.
try to find this girl. So what it was he's a truck driver
Okay.
and
Is his name Nate
don't remember his,
or Billy?
don't remember his
Burrito.
name. So
He's like burrito.
So he goes, here's the situation. I can't report it stolen because I gave her the keys. I need to
Right.
find her. So he's a truck driver, met this lot lizard. Okay. She was.
Right,
I mean,
right.
literally. So
Upstanding young woman.
they get into a deal or something later on after dating for a while, and she runs off with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That story as old as time.
Yes. And so I hunt her down, and I said, "Where'd you guys meet?" And 122nd and I-35 at the truck stop or whatever. And so
My neighborhood.
I go up to the place
Uh-huh.
on the east side of I-35,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
walk up, and there's a security guy.
Yeah. The
So
paid
they
park lot.
started hiring security to run off the lot lizards.
Okay, so you
they're
have
trying to get it off. They're
Love
trying to
Flying J's, and what's on the east side?
The paid park lot.
yeah, no, well, it's
Well-
paid to park on the north side, and there's a truck stop on the south side.
Yeah.
what's
yeah,
the
yeah.
truck stop on the south
I
side?
don't know.
That's the
I
one
couldn't
you're
tell you.
saying. The Flying J and
It's
the
on the
Loves
north
are
side.
there.
Are on the same
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a
It's some weird one.
Exxon or
Yeah.
Exxon or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that's right. It's
So
Exxon, yeah.
I walk up, I go, "Hey, do you know this girl?" And he goes, "We've been running them off, but yeah, I do know her."
She owes me $20.
He goes, we run them off, and they usually go across the highway. So he goes,
Go to Love's.
you might go check over in those hotels over there
Ah.
by the old where McDonald's before it shut down.
Yeah. Okay.
So in those hotels over there, because that's where she would go. And so I'm like, okay. So I go over there and I look through all kinds of stuff. I'm looking for the car. Can't find the car. Keep doing some looking. Find her on the south side. And I go, "Hey, I think I found her." He was like, "Come get a key." I finally got the key from the dealership.
Okay.
oh shit.
So he went back and
He's like,
his
"Hyundai
name's on
Kia
the
gave me a key."
his name's on the title.
Okay.
So he goes back and goes, "Hey, I have this is my car. I need a key made."
Yeah.
right.
And so they got him a key. So he gives me the key, and
Can I
go,
guess the car real fast?
okay.
It's not a Mercedes. I'm just gonna go with a Hyundai Accent.
It's
No,
like a Plymouth.
Chrysler
it's-
200.
It's like it's
I need to get you
you're,
recorded for free.
you're probably closer. So
this is 200, 300 activities.
yeah, well, I think this might have been before 300 came out.
This is a Chrysler
This is-
Pacifica.
Yes, something like that.
It's got it's not the drop top, it's the coupe, it's the hard top, which is more rare.
And so I am driving over there and I pass her. And I'm like, "That's the car." And I'm like, I whip around because I'd been in there looking, and I'm like, "No, it's not in there." I pass this car and I'm like, "No way." So I whip around. She pulls in this apartment. She parks it directly out from her apartment. The windows are open, the blinds are open, and you could look. I mean, if you're standing in the apartment, you see the car.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, "Oh,
All right, okay. Now, question: you're solo?
I'm solo."
Okay.
So I take my car and haul butt park it on the back side of the apartment complex.
Okay.
And get out and walk around there. And I'm thinking,
Southside?
this is South Side. This is
44th and like Shields.
no, this is like 70.
Oh,
Hold on, 71st and
High.
walk and Santa Fe type deal. Okay.
Ah,
No.
Yeah.
And so,
This
so
guy shit
they're
I'm
not
about.
they're not that bad of apartments. Okay.
Yeah. They're
But
Okay.
I'm walking across there and I walk by and I don't see her in the
Now,
apartment
do you have
because you
key
can
fob?
see in it. No key fob.
Okay.
It's a open, jump in, start, drive out.
You're like, does she
and
lock
her
it?
door is right. I mean, she could come right out like
Uh-huh.
quick.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm-
Gone in 60 Seconds is running your head.
Oh.
Yeah.
So here's the other thing. This girl has been to prison.
so she gonna fight.
So
She's
and
gonna swing it.
she's not some little bitty girl either.
Yeah.
So
This
she's
truck
not,
driver's
she's not
like,
some
I love her.
she's not some big monster, but she's just kind of a she's
Enough-
she's
enough- she's gonna
a
fight.
homely, a homely lady.
yeah, I was about to stereotype, but I'm not going to even do that. That's not even right.
You're better than that.
I'm better than that. So
you are better than
we're
that.
so
not.
she's a bigger bone girl, okay?
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
Her name's Tracy.
she might be able to freaking
Knock
hit me
me
in
out?
the back of the head and knock me out.
Yeah.
Like she might knock me out.
So you're like, oh, fuck.
So I walk by and I'm like getting my nerves up. I'm like, this is the weirdest feeling ever. Like
I'm stealing a car.
I'm stealing a car. And
because
so-
you know you're not legally stealing a car.
I'm not legally stealing a car.
But you
'Cause-
feel like
'cause
you're
I
stealing
have-
a car.
I have an affidavit from the guy who owns it.
For recovery.
For a recovery type deal.
Yeah.
And I have a copy of the title of the guy's name
Mhm.
and everything. So if they run the tag, it's going to come back to this guy. And I have his
I'm
phone
just
number. And I'm going to go,
driving
hey, you can call this number. And this is
Right.
him.
But please pull me over.
Yes. So,
Stan wants his car back.
and so,
It's me. I've been writing you, Em.
so I'm thinking, so here's the worst part of it all is not necessarily against Chrysler. Okay. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
fuck.
stereotyping again against Chrysler.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I start to walk real fast up to the door and I'm turning the lock and I'm thinking, please, Lord, let this start
yeah.
on the first deal, not. And she's
no.
going, who's that? And they start chasing you.
Do you know
Then I'm
what?
Ace
Just
Ventura.
refilling a Nippon.
I'm
a
Ace
neon.
Ventura. It won't start. I'll just wait longer. Or I'll try now. So I'm scared to death. And I'm like, yes. Reverse. I'm peeling out, going out. I'm hitting 240, getting on the deal, trying to call the guy. I got your car. I'm hauling. I go to my in-laws in Moore,
Okay.
and I'm like, is the garage open? Open the garage. I'm pulling in.
Were you
This is
shaking from
street
the
racing for me
were
back
you
in the 16.
Shaking from the adrenaline dump?
Oh man, my adrenaline was going.
Did
I was
you-
like, I don't think she could have knocked me out. My adrenaline would have went. What was that?
You're like, please bring me a soda. the
And so,
caffeine's gonna raise my fucking adrenaline.
and
up.
so I pull into the garage, and my mother-in-law shuts the garage door, and she's
That's a
like,
good
"What are you?"
mother-in-law.
She's like, "What are you doing?" I go, "I had to repo this car, and I'm making sure nobody's following me." And so, my obligation is this is her personal belongings in the inside of this car.
Right.
So
Oh, fuck.
I got to go and get all this stuff out.
Two parts of this.
Right.
There's
So I got to
two
get
parts of this.
all this stuff out and kind of like put it in a box.
Oh, do you have to put it in a box on the back?
Well, and I just put it in a box and I'm going to end up taking it back over to her house. And so I put it all in a
Pizza
box.
delivery.
And then, hey,
you go get a hot and ready $5 pizza. I'm sorry I sold your car, but by the way, here's a hot and
here's a
ready.
pizza. So
I wouldn't be that mad.
I reach in the back and I pull out this baggie
Oh fuck.
and I'm like,
Oh shit.
is this meth? I'm like a
Oh,
big
God.
bag of meth. I'm like,
Okay.
uh-oh.
Now, do you normally or would you normally wear latex gloves during this?
No, I did not have latex gloves, which was stupid.
Yeah, but now with
Well,
this-
now fentanyl, yeah, you
you're
definitely
like-
did
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I pull this out and I'm like,
Oh shit.
so
You're like
I call a buddy of mine. I call a buddy of mine who's a cop in Moore.
He's a big
and I
fentanyl guy.
said, hey, I need you to come by my mother-in-law's right now. I think I just rebuilt a car and I need you to check to see if this is meth.
and you're talking like 8 miles an hour or 80 miles an hour, and he's like, I
It's-
think you got meth.
And so he literally comes over to the house and he comes in and he's like,
Got this little
he
diet
goes, man, it looks like meth. He goes, but some of it doesn't. So it looks
Some
like
of it it doesn't.
It looks like they're faking half of it and selling it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
And
right.
it's getting somebody a little bit high, but not as high as they should be getting.
Right.
You know,
right.
good drug dealers because they're not going to die.
Right. And so he goes,
Hook it with a hot dog.
he goes, man, you have no obligation to give that back at all. And he goes,
But I'll take
he
it.
goes, if you want to just dump it in the toilet, I go, because I'm going to
See,
dump it in the toilet.
this
So I go,
This is
I
where
go,
the bad part of this.
this is where I have a problem with it because same thing with Reynolds found a tray of cocaine and then called the cops. We're like the drug dealer that lived there, and the cops like, just dump it in the toilet. I'm like, you're putting it in the water system. Like I'll dump it.
It gets
outside.
filtered.
I'll
hold on.
but meth's not going to go away
Yeah.
like cocaine will.
So early on in my civil career, I was working on a wastewater plant, and I had made the joke about when people flush drugs down the toilet, and a guy much elder than me said that's not how that works.
It's not how it works. I mean, you think about a bag this big
Mm-hmm.
in a body of water that's swallows Oklahoma City. I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah.
So the amount of water it goes through, it dilutes it. Do you think you're drinking pee?
No. So he goes, look.
In Valley Brook, yes,
Yes.
I've seen the chocolate ponds over there.
Oh, it's
so
definitely a
we
chocolate
went
pond.
through because I was working on a project in a municipality in the metro that's big enough. It has a bunch of people that go there, kind of, part of the year.
Yeah.
So I was asking, he was like, it gets filtered out. You could still get some of it, but like it's not really as much as you think. And I was like, yeah, but like how strong does it have to be? He was
So-
like, pretty good.
So did you flush it?
Oh, yeah. I had him watch me flush it.
Oh,
So
he
I'm-
didn't do it the dye test. He didn't put it
No.
in, and
so he just
No,
says,
we
"Go
didn't. We
ahead."
didn't get the department involved at all.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Because we're in Moore. I stole it from Oklahoma City, or
Wait.
repoed it.
Do you want me to hold on? Let me worry about that.
Repoed it from Oklahoma City.
I don't know if that button's gonna work the right way again, but
And so I ended up going back and putting the box on her porch and driving off. And
okay, hold on, don't just hold on. No. You didn't just go. You had all the adrenaline. So how much time elapses between the flush and the box drop?
couple
Ow.
days. No, couple
Oh,
days.
okay. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
no,
Well,
a
yes,
couple
you
days.
really did ramp down.
She's probably like, she probably called the cops to try to get it stolen, like report it stolen.
Yeah. Okay.
But
They
they're
do.
not going to
Now,
take
what
that
I
because
wanna-
she doesn't own the car.
Now, what I want to
You
know,
can't report something stolen that's
That
not
you
yours.
don't own.
Right.
I want to know who took you back to get your truck.
My
Yeah.
mom. My mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
And did she at any point go, I really wish my daughter made better choices?
No.
No, she was like, mm-mm.
No.
She's driving one hand on the steering wheel, listening to Dr. Ray. She's like, I got this. I've been over here.
So my mother-in-law was a bus driver at more schools for like 37 years.
She's seen everything.
Oh, if you
Yeah.
drive a school bus, you've seen everything.
Everything. Yeah. She's like, I've seen meth get paraded in the back of the bus.
I watched it go from the left aisle to the right aisle. And I watched somebody's meal tickets go from the left aisle to the right aisle.
Holy shit. Okay, now the box, do you leave it at the in-laws' house?
No, I left it at her apartment.
No, but like, did you leave it the couple days between?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is well before GPS trackers and everything.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my iPod.
Exactly.
My Zune is
It
over
was
there.
before Find My.
This was before Find My, for sure.
Has that changed the? I mean, yes, you haven't repoed stolen. Hold on,
Yeah.
repoed stolen any cars. So you don't deal with the Find My shit anymore on that.
No.
Okay.
No.
So when you went to go get your vehicle that night, because you weren't going to be walking.
There's no adrenaline there.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
just
You're
like
just pulling in, you're like getting in your car and driving off.
okay.
And I even drove by looking in her window. Is she sad? She got a 40? I mean, what's going on?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she got an old E over there.
She's like, ah.
Hey, girl, you need a ride?
She's like, yeah, I do.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta go to I-35.
Here goes this.
You're
Here
like,
goes the
"Call
circle of life.
Stan."
Here goes the circle of life again. She's gonna get in my car. Has somebody else look for it?
Okay. If it's
Never give her your keys.
Yeah.
no. Never give them the real name.
Unless her last name is the same as yours.
Yeah, well, so besides the potential of drugs, because we'll just say potential, allegedly.
Yeah.
Was there anything else interesting in?
No.
Okay. Just
Nothing.
Yeah.
just random ass shit.
Yeah, just clothes and stuff like that.
That's
Because
like,
you could tell she at one point she probably lived in the car for a while. And
Did you that's the other part of that too. Did you feel? I mean, she has an apartment. You see that she's in an apartment.
correct, and she could have been living with somebody, but
Yeah. Now,
she
but
was in an
did,
apartment.
did you feel bad at all for any of that?
No,
no.
no.
Well,
Because
no, I mean,
because
no,
it's,
he deals
it's
with
somebody
this every day though.
It's somebody taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
That-
this guy took you in and let you have his car while he's driving his truck, and then you ditch him
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
steal his car.
No, I don't.
I mean,
and
you
that's the
stole
thing.
his car. You didn't
Can't
pay for
turn
that
a hoe
car,
into a housewife.
right?
No. you cannot. No, I just didn't know. I've had,
I've tried with you. Doesn't work.
shit. You just try to housebreak me. That's already enough. He's like, a day. No, now in the whole grand scheme of like process serving and all that stuff, you say you don't always know who's right or who's wrong on that stuff.
Correct.
Now, have you? So I was gonna say this earlier when you're talking about the percentages of people that are upset and mad or not surprised. Now, when my parents got divorced, I didn't know what was happening.
I didn't either. I was 12 when my parents got divorced.
My dad got served technically when I was like 13. They got divorced on my 14th birthday.
My parents just stayed together in an extremely toxic relationship. They're still together today.
I know.
Woo woo.
Hey, and I have an amazing relationship with my wife. So
Yeah, and it's same with mine. But that was the thing is that the sheriff, I heard a knock at the door, and the sheriff was there, a deputy.
right.
It wasn't
Not your wife. Sheriff.
Yeah,
It was an actual sheriff.
Yeah, it was an actual sheriff. And he goes, "Is your dad here?" And he says his name. I said, "No, he's not. He was a not over the road truck driver, but he worked for FedEx, so he was
Right.
out." I said, "No, he's not." And then so he said, "This is another question I had about this too." But
15 years older.
so I was 13, so I think my sister signed for it because
So
she's.
you don't. I mean, maybe back then you had to sign for it, but you
I
don't-
didn't- I
you
don't
have
rem-
to sign for it.
I don't remember signing for it. I think my sister did because
Yeah.
she was 5 years older, or she is 5 years older than me.
Right.
But and then I just remember going like, "This is the end." I was scared when it happened because I didn't know what was going to happen to me. My
Right.
sister was 18. Yeah, so I was 13. So she was 18. She was out of the house, and she wasn't.
Right.
But like, so I'm over here going like, I'm fleeing to Mexico because my parents are fucking. Well, I don't. From what the paper said, I'm gonna go live with her, and I'm not living with her, and I can't live with my dad anymore. So like, and I'm sure you probably dealt with this at certain points, maybe.
Yeah, that's always the tragic thing about everything is about the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The kids have no choice. They have nothing in it. You know what I'm saying? They're just stuck.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
just-
stuck between two people that don't like each other right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
ever.
Right.
Or maybe ever.
Yeah. And the bad thing is on my deal is my parents loved each other,
Yeah.
but my dad was making bad decisions about money.
Uh-huh.
You know, he was more worried about his hunting and his dogs, and than he was about his own kids and his
Right.
wife and
Yeah.
the mortgage.
Yeah.
So
It is what it is.
My mom had to do what she had to do.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair.
And they were a great couple. Like
Right.
literally, they were
Right.
a great couple. Other than his
That-
mental illness from Vietnam, probably.
Yeah.
Because he was not the same person. I mean, my uncle was a doctor, or is a doctor. Was a doctor. He's retired, but
So I can call him. In the
he
middle of the night.
said, he said that my dad was somebody totally different when he came back
Yeah.
than when he
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
I mean, he just wasn't the same person.
And that's pretty common.
Right.
I'm sure you
And
probably.
and from that era, there was no help.
Correct.
Like
There's
zero.
minimal. There's
there was minimal
more-
help because
There's minimal help, but there's a little bit more now that, like with everything going on in this era,
correct. Right.
than even in my era and
Yeah.
previous. Vietnam. To me, it's like they would get nothing.
Right.
Where we got
They got spit on.
they got spit on.
They
yeah.
and well, the thing was too is you talk about the Vietnam War is like you see your friends and family that did not get drafted and enlisted.
Right.
They're back here and they're protesting, and they're not protesting for the wrong reason necessarily.
Right.
But you're over here now. You're sent there.
Right.
And you're doing what you can do as right or
Yeah. So the people you spit on are the people coming out of the Capitol.
yeah.
yeah.
That's the people
Yeah.
you should be spitting on,
Not-
the
yeah.
guys who got drafted
Yeah.
and had to go fight for you
Yeah.
And that
to have freedom.
that even
So
holds true.
that's
now.
Right.
That's now.
Even more
Yeah,
so
yeah.
at times now. It's
Like,
And
if
I
I see
don't-
Ryan Walters, punch him in the dick.
And so some people are like, you better watch what you say around your phone, dude. I'm on a podcast. I don't care. You know,
that's the same
like,
thing.
Yeah.
Like the government is doing us wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
And our politicians better figure this out, or
Yeah.
I mean,
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about
We're,
it.
I mean,
you know what? France in
I
the
don't-
1700s figured it out.
correct. I mean, what's really sick is
They figured it
Why
out in
did-
1973,
Why
right
did-
before fucking Star Wars. They
why'd
were
we
still
get on ships and leave Europe?
Yeah.
Because of a 2% tax.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting taxed like 60% of everything we make.
Well,
Oh,
and that was a. When I was younger, someone was talking about the apocalypse because I grew up non-religious, so everyone's talking about going to church on Sundays and all that stuff, and the apocalypse and all that stuff, blah blah. And I said, when Rome was burning and Nero was there, that was certainly the apocalypse for the Romans,
Right.
and yet we are still here today, and we're still facing a lot of not the same issues because fucking phones and shit, but we're
Same,
same,
but
yeah,
different.
Yes, yeah,
Right.
and like. You have to figure a lot of these things out, and like it's for the people, by the people, and
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like the people like us, like my next door neighbor has a small business. I have 2 small businesses, and I'm getting fucked on both sides of mine.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Well, you're losing sight of, I say but
no,
the
I mean,
the world, the country has lost sight of 1 community
Mhm.
and 2 family. How many people know their neighbors? It's like I know, but there's a
I
lot.
do.
I know
There's a lot of-
everyone in
there's
a
a lot
2-block
of-
radius.
There's a lot of people out there that don't know who lives next to them or around
Right.
them.
Yeah.
And
And not to say they're always friendly. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No,
Like,
I know that.
I'd be friendly. I'm friends. So I'll tell you about one of my neighbors. So I have one of my neighbors I'm next to. He has access to my entire house. Like,
Yeah.
he has every
Right.
code to get in my house. He has
Right.
everything to get in my house. Like, he's like a parent to us.
Yeah.
Okay. They're about our parents'
Damn,
age.
he is. I was gonna say he is
And so,
old.
so they're in their 70s. They're retired. They work in their yard. Their yard's beautiful. All that kind of stuff. Next door to me is another couple that moved in who I went and introduced myself. We just never clicked,
yeah,
and they're just not. They're not the people that just kind of goes out
Right.
and
Yeah.
Right.
meets the neighbors and that kind of stuff. Well, I'd always wave at them, that kind of stuff. Never really got to know them.
yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, there's never cars over there and stuff like that. Well, there was a bunch of cars over there one time. I'm like,
Weird.
that's not good.
Yeah.
So then I end up seeing him outside, and I'm like, hey, something happened with your wife? And he's like, she had cancer, she passed away. And it was like,
Yeah.
I'm so
We could've
sorry.
brought you
so
meals.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I
I could have mowed your lawn. I could have
so
done whatever.
so it leads to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on.
He's like,
so,
by the way, can you edge?
and yeah,
He's
so
like, not that edge, but the
so
other edge.
I live on acreages, so
Right, okay.
they're bigger yards, and so he, so I was like, hey man, I'm sorry, whatever, anything you ever need, let us know, So never got his phone number still.
Yeah.
Well, this summer, his yard's growing up, and I'm like,
Fucking
kind of
ticks.
freaking me out a little bit. Like, I tell my wife, I'm like, what, dude, the yard never gets like, what's going on?
yeah.
Yeah. Is he okay
I
now?
haven't seen him.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And so when his wife was around, when his wife was there still, they had 2 big German shepherds, huge dogs. And so the big one, if there was fireworks or
Thunder.
or stuff like that, the dog could jump the big fence
Mm-hmm.
and would get out. Well, that dog was scary. Like, if you walk toward that, I mean, it was like police dog type deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like scary. Well, I come outside, or my kid comes in and he goes, that dog's on the porch. I'm like, what?
Your porch?
My porch.
Okay.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I look out the door. I'm like, this is not good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not.
Get the gun.
Well, I have the gun, and I'm like, I need to go tell the neighbor the dog's out, but I don't know how to get out.
Yeah.
And so I call the cops. So the cop shows up, and I'm like, dude, when you go toward that fence, that dog acts like it's gonna rip your head off.
Right.
So that dog, by the time the cop gets there, is sitting literally on the property line in its yard, like sitting there just staring, just sitting. And so he's walking. I'm outside. I have a gun in my hand. He's, cops standing there, and I was like, hey, I need you to go in front of me because if anybody has to shoot this dog, I need you shooting the dog, not me.
Yeah.
I'm the neighbor.
Yeah.
I don't need this next door to me.
Yeah.
I said, so he goes over and he starts walking. We both start walking, and he like, hey, buddy, like that. And the dog find out he's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So then he's like, okay, let's go. And so we go around and hit the Ring doorbell.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when his wife's still alive. So they would answer the doorbell or answer the door.
Right.
And so they're like, oh, get in here. And they grab the dog and take it inside and all that kind of stuff. Well, the yard's growing up this summer, and I'm like freaked out. So I go around and I ring the doorbell, and I'm like, hey, Ronnie, what's going on? I go, you on vacation? And he's like, I go, you out of town? He was like, yeah, I'm out of town. And I go, okay, I was just checking on you. I just make sure everything's okay. I haven't seen you in a while. And he's like, yeah, thanks for checking on me and that kind of stuff. And then I was like, okay, thanks. And he hangs up. And so I'm like, all right, that's it. We're mowing. I'm just going to mow.
Right.
So I just
Yeah.
go start mowing. I mow his entire yard.
Yeah.
I can't mow the back because he's got padlocks on the law. On
Yeah.
the
You're like, I'm
fence.
at
Right.
least going to
And
do
then,
what
but
I
the
can.
dogs are gone.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cut a lock. I don't know him that
Right.
well
Yeah.
enough
Right.
to
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I'm not going to cut a lock. So mow the whole front, weed eat it, edge it, everything. And then go back to doing what I'm doing. So still don't see him for another week and a half. And the yard's growing up again. I'm
Motherfucker.
like, what is going on? Like,
Right.
This is weirding me out again. So I go back over and I ring the doorbell, and he answers, or it comes on real quick and then goes off. And I'm like, it's like he hung up on me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I just walk away, get on the mower, mow his yard again. So come to find out, I knew he was military and in the, like, he worked like, he was a rocket scientist, but he was in the military. He was deployed.
Oh.
And they got stuck in a
Oh.
country. So he goes, the second time you called, I was on a plane.
I can't
I
answer
couldn't
this.
answer it.
Yeah.
And so, he goes, I don't have your number. You don't have my number, and like all that kind of stuff. And he was like, because he came over after he got back, and I was like, man, good to see you back. And he was like, so then he told me the whole situation. And then he was like, no, I'm going to pay you. And I was, no, you're not paying me nothing. I go,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm your neighbor.
I'm your
That's-
neighbor. And so I'm like, I mean, hopefully you'd do something for me if something happened to me.
Right.
So,
Yeah, he's like, when you're like, well, next time I service somebody, they shoot me. My wife's
so-
over here like, I don't know how the zero tone works.
And so he's a super nice guy. So then he comes over and gives us his phone number and everything. So he's like, you can always call me, call my number or whatever. And I like,
Right.
here's my number. So
Right.
yeah,
you can always call me. Because one time the dog got out and nobody answered we couldn't figure out. So I, private investigation stuff, I just started doing research.
Yep.
Called his mom in some other state. and I said, hey, is your son Ronnie? And she's like, yeah. I go, is there a way you can get a hold of him and tell him his dog's out? It's over at my yard and it's in my backyard.
and it's
so-
scary.
And well, no, we have him on the back porch because
Okay.
now we know when he gets out, he
Okay.
just wants to play.
Okay.
I have a dog that his dog would run back and forth on the fence when I'm throwing the ball for mine.
Right.
Okay.
So
yeah.
he just wanted to play.
Okay.
So when the female would bark at her, the big one would bite her. Like,
Mhm.
don't be barking at my girlfriend
Right.
over here.
Right.
You know? And so he'd be running back and forth. Well, he ended up getting rid of both the dogs and stuff. And so he's you just got to get to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, some.
Yeah. I had one that, he was terminal cancer
Right.
Yeah.
and an older guy. And,
R.I.P. Man.
Um,
Super nice guy.
when he moved in,
Right.
so like the first thing it was a rent house, and he came up, when I saw him out in the yard, and he's like, I introduced myself, and he told me his name, and then he's like, yeah, I'm terminal cancer. I got 6 months to live. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think this is right after I met you.
It may have been
Yeah.
short. Yeah. And like, he was just,
So I keep going like,
he was like a twig. And so like 2 years later, he's still kicking. And he was kind of crotchety, but he loved working in his yard, and his yard was immaculate. He used to be like a master gardener and was
Right.
like a landscaper and everything.
That's
And-
like the old neighbors next to me.
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I would see him out because I'd always be like, his name is Jeff, and I'd be like, my name's
Mine's
Jeff.
Jeff.
Because I'd always be like, hey, let me help you with that. And he's like, no, like I want, like this is
That's
what
just
I
something
want
I
to
gotta
do.
do.
Yeah.
This is what
This is not your
this is
burden
what
to
I love
carry.
to do.
Yeah.
But it was the same kind of thing where I'd always like see him and grass is growing up, like go knock on his door, how you doing, and he'd be, I'm sick, I haven't been felt good for the last few days. And I'm like, are you eating? Are you like, do I need to call somebody? I'd mow his yard and weed eat it and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and then there was a couple times he had fallen and helped him get up. And like one day I was like, okay, go over, because we had exchanged numbers and stuff. And I went over and I was like, look, we need to have a conversation. And I was like,
how many more times am I gonna mow this fucking yard?
Well, no, I was just like, what happens? Because he had a dog and she was sweet, and it's like, what's going to happen when you go?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't have any family. His family, he had like, I think a nephew or something that lived in Atlanta or something. Didn't have any family locally. And I was like, what's going to happen to your dog?
Right.
Who do I need to call? What about your stuff? And so, we kind of talked it out, and he's like, here's the list here's my power of attorney. Here's who you're going to call. And, and he goes, I don't know about the dog, what am I going to do? And, we had told him, like, look, if something ever happens and like somebody won't take the dog, we'll take her.
Right.
Like, don't worry. Cause he was
Oh,
all about his
yeah.
dog,
Yeah.
And,
It's their companion.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so but I would notice like, like when I go by, the curtains are different, or I see a light on, or I see,
and at least
the
there's
TV
movement.
on. There's movement. Yeah.
Right.
Because signs of life,
Right.
the mail is taken in.
Right.
And because then I would notice like nothing's
That
moved for
yeah.
2 or 3 days. And so I would go over and, like check on him, and he'd be like, yeah, or I fell, or I'm sick. And, but there was like, they had I had went out of town for 2 days, and when I came back, I was like, I need to go check on Jeff. And so I go and I'm knocking on the door, and didn't answer. And sometimes it took him a while. If he was laying down or napping, it'd take him a while. And I like the dog's barking, and so I knock again, and I kind of put my hands up on the glass to look in, and I can see his feet on the floor. And
Ooh.
so I'm like, fuck, and so I tried the door, and it was locked. And so I run around back, try the back door, it's locked. There's a doggy door, so I'm like trying to reach up
in there.
and
Yeah.
reach up in there, and it's a smaller doggy door, so I can't get to it. And so I run back over the house, and
Give me the baton.
the kitchen window I could see was open,
Right.
just a hair, it was like
Right.
open like an inch. And so I run back over, and I get like a step ladder, and because it was kind of up kind of high, and I yell at my wife, and I'm like, call 911, and so
Right.
I pop the screen off and slide the thing up, and you can see where there's been like some kind of commotion in the kitchen, and there's like, he had a tub of like dog food, and it's like spilled over, and there's dog food everywhere. And so I crawl in the window, and I go in the living room, and he was alive. He was, not really, he was conscious but not coherent.
Right.
But I guess he had fallen, and I don't know how long he had
Been laying
laying there.
Yeah.
But you could tell he crawled. I think he fell in the kitchen, but he crawled almost like the front door. And so when the ambulance got there, and they were trying to move him, he kind of was like,
Yeah.
And anyway, they took him to the hospital. He had broken his hip.
My hip.
And but he passed away like 2 days later,
Right.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
We went up to see him, and but yeah, I mean, like,
Did you steal his dog?
no, his power of attorney took it. We offer. I mean, like you said,
Yeah.
she was sweet. She got along with our dogs.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like, look, I know it would worry me, like who, like you said, they're our companion. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
who's going to watch my dogs? Is it
Right.
going to go to the pound, or and like
Yep.
when we had told him, I was like, I'll take your dog. Like,
Yeah.
I'll make sure she's fine. She'll be happy. And he was like, I appreciate that. I really do. And because he was kind of worried. He's like, his power of attorney had a dog, and he wasn't sure that she could take on another one. And
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
Getting to know your neighbors is important. I think.
Yeah.
You
Well,
want-
and compassion for people. You
Yep.
don't
Yeah.
see
Right.
a lot of that. Everybody's
Right.
me.
Yep.
do you want to hear a little weirder but funnier and nicer note for that?
Sure.
So you remember that when this happened because I said,
Get ready to
hey,
Debbie Downer over here.
Right.
yeah, well, no, I mean it's a similar kind of. So when we moved in years ago, I made friends with all the neighbors I could because that was something I didn't have when I grew up with my dad. I didn't know all the
Right.
different
Yeah.
neighbors, and I want to know. So I take care of the little lady across the street, make sure that she's taken care of. One of her granddaughters is actually one of our tenants, so I make sure, and she is my adopted grandmother. So I got a phone call Tuesday or Monday. Hey, I think mom fell. Can you go help her? And I did. So, but this is a different story. So I get a phone call. I get phone calls all day like you do, but I get phone calls because I own property where they're like,
Right.
do you want to sell this? I'm like, fuck off. Well, this is on like a
You
Saturday.
said yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if for the right amount of money.
$500,000.
Nah, we're talking about a lot more than that. I'm like, you're buying me out of everything. I'm going to move to a different country, and I will see you guys all later.
Yeah.
I have a compound in Tahiti. So I get this phone call from California. I don't answer it. I thought about answering it. I didn't know because it's Saturday, and I usually don't get them on Saturdays. And I just let it go to voicemail. And I listened to the voicemail, and it was this woman that was talking about how she had found me on Google. She wasn't for sure where I really lived at, but she knew that one of her husband's foster brothers lived up the street from the address I used to have. And I said, well, I still live here. And I start talking to her. I'm like, well, what's the address? And this is one of the few neighbors I don't know.
Yeah.
When they moved in, I tried to make friends with them because they have a Harley. And I was like, and he's got a...
He's like, Honda people.
Yamaha people and Kawasaki people. Well, but he had a 2-door Nomad, and I'm a car guy. So I was going to... Because it was on the rotisserie, so I was gonna go talk to him. I wanted to go figure out what's going on with it. And do you need to take it?
Nope.
Okay. So I'm talking about taking phone calls all day. So I get this phone call from this woman. She's out of California, and she tells me where she lives at. She tells me everything about her. She goes, I'm looking for my husband's foster brother, and he has not seen his foster brother since like the 60s or some shit. I was like, okay. And she's like, would you mind walking up there and giving them her phone number to reconnect us together? And I said, yeah, I got 20 minutes. And she's like, 20 minutes? Is it going to take that long for you to walk up there? And I said, probably not, but it'd probably take us that long to get reacquainted and talk to each other. So I walk up there, and we have a really pleasant 10-minute conversation, just making sure this is not like someone being weird.
Right.
And flushes this out before I walk up there, because I don't know if I'm going to walk up there and get shot over this shit or not. And
Right.
so I was like, this is a good story until you get shot.
My everyday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got off the phone. I immediately call him. I say, hey, this is what's going on. Can you call me in about 30 minutes? And if you don't get a hold of me, call 911. And he says, yeah, sure. Got you all day. He's like, of course you'd go do this.
Yeah.
I say, it's content.
Yeah.
This has been content I haven't shared yet. So I walk up there and I knock on the door. And this house is like, I thought a duplex, so I wasn't really for sure. So I knock on the door that I'd always seen the old person at. And the guy opens the door up and he goes, I don't want any, blah, 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 blah. And I'm wearing a t-shirt like this. It's not a branded t-shirt for any companies or anything
Right.
like that. And I go, motherfucker, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Because he's just automatically just aggressive. And I'm
Right.
like, I'm not trying to sell you shit, old man. I'm trying to get you reconnected with your brother. And he goes, what? And I go, and I read the guy's name off because I wrote it all down, the phone number and everything. I said, this is the lady that called me. This is your brother. This is where they live at, blah, blah, blah. This is the number to call. And I start reading it off. He goes, what? I'm like, did you not fucking understand me? Nicely, as a joke,
Yeah.
because this guy's a war veteran, so I figured it'd probably a little bit of humor would probably help me. And he goes, how the fuck do you know that guy? And I go, well, and I explain the story. She called me because she found me on Google, and I live technically.
She bought my butthole pictures. I gave her a discount.
I gave her a steep discount. I just say, she called me and is the Oklahoma way to come up and try to help you guys out, reconnect. And I'm not flying you out to California, but they may. And he starts laughing because she told me the guy might be 90 years old. So when the dude opened the door up, I mean, he doesn't look a day older than Moppin. So
95.
95. So I start laughing because I'm just laughing about the fact, I'm like, this guy's supposed to be decrepit and old. And this motherfucker's got a pit bull by one arm and a little what's
Chihuahua.
Yeah, Chihuahua wiener dog thing in the other arm.
Yeah.
And he's like, you gotta get back because they're gonna bite you. And I said, I don't give a shit. Let him come out and bite me. I'm gonna pet him first. And he was like, what the fuck?
Pet that dog.
Yeah. So
pet
he
that
walks
dog?
out and he
Can I pet
goes,
that
what are you
dog?
selling? I'm not selling anything, man. This guy who was your foster brother in this city in this era his wife called because he had cancer and he has beat cancer and they've been trying to get a hold of you for 2 years and they found me and I want you to get a hold of him. Now, if you don't want to call him, that's all on you. But I'm delivering this message. And he goes, oh shit. I've been trying to get a hold of him for about 3 years. I was like, well, here's
his number.
Yeah.
Here's the number. Call him. And I was like, okay, cool. So she had asked if I'd call her back after I made contact, if I did or didn't. And because I said I'd mail a letter. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Fucking post service will get it over there. So I get back home and I crack open a beer and I'm like debating on calling her. And I was like, well, they're fucking ancient. They're probably calling each other right now. They're probably like, oh, I can't believe I haven't heard from you. So about 15, 20 minutes goes by. You call, you make sure I'm okay. Thank you. And so I crack open my beer and she calls me. She's crying. She goes, if you were here, I'd give you a big hug and kiss. And I said, whoa, don't get too.
Send a pic first.
Yeah.
How old are you, Graham?
Is a gummer off the table?
And then she says, if you were here, I'd give you $1 million. I said, well, where are you at? Because I can come out there for $1 million.
Darn
Plane
right.
tickets are cheap.
Plane ticket tonight.
Yeah, I was like,
red
I
eye.
got airline miles all day. And
You
she
want them hips broken.
dusted. And so she's laughing. We wound up having we had a 10-minute conversation so I could verify, kind of run through it.
Right.
It takes me about 20 minutes to go out there and get old man to listen to what I'm saying.
Make sure she's not conning him.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was worried about
Yeah.
too. And then because this is not the first time this has happened.
Right.
And then so then I come back home, 20, 30 minutes goes by. She calls me and we have another 20-minute conversation. She tells me the city that she lives in California, it's a really small town. She says, if you come out this way, you come out and you visit us. Me and my husband are taking you out. She told me about how they flew across the country. She told me about how they rode a gold ring across the country. We didn't even talk about what motorcycle you ride. So
Yeah.
you had to come back on for part 2. But so it was one of those things where I hadn't met that neighbor yet. I met every other neighbor up and down that block.
Right.
And I know everyone on my block. I know
He was just a grumpy old man.
he was just grumpy as shit. And I said, well,
Nothing wrong with that.
well, and I said, is your
Well, I'm
son,
gonna
does your son ride the fucking orange Harley? And he goes, how the fuck do you know my son has a Harley? I was like, well, I heard it, brother.
Yeah. Everybody on the street knows.
Yeah, I was like, when my Yamaha goes by, no one knows I'm at home.
Yeah.
That
Like,
goes-
oh, there goes the foreigner guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that fucking weirdo. And but yeah, so it is really a communal thing. Like, we get lost in a lot of the big picture. We don't know what's going on in LA.
Yeah,
We don't know
right.
what's going on in DC. We don't know what's going on in Miami, but I know what's going on with my neighborhood.
Right.
And I feel
You
for this-
hope.
Well, I mean, there's also
So a guy like me comes on the street going, knock, 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 knock.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
What is that guy doing over there?
Well, and to me, every day goes through life where you don't know what everyone's going through.
100%.
And just because you're there doesn't mean they're a murderer. Doesn't mean that they're.
Speaking of murder,
It doesn't mean they're not murderers.
It doesn't
So-
mean a lot of things.
so have you ever had to pull?
Yes.
Yes.
Have
Hold
you
on.
ever had to pull your weapon?
No.
Have you ever had one pulled on you?
Yes.
We got
Hey,
time left.
in
brothers.
a gated community.
Those are the
Wow.
most
Dude
dangerous.
opens the door and shotgun. Get off my property,
Okay,
and
wait,
I go,
hold on. He ejected one shell to
No.
tell you. Okay.
nope. He supposedly loaded one, and first thing I said to him was, "You better not point it at me."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you pointed at me,
You're definitely
you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have brandished a weapon and pointed it at
And
somebody.
now this is
and
attempted
threatened me.
murder. Yeah.
Yes.
This is
So,
no longer brandishing at that point.
This is
either.
not. This is not.
Yeah.
This
Now-
is not kosher.
I
Now-
could have gone to jail when, like, 2 months ago, when Amazon comes up on my porch at 4 a.m. and I go.
You should have looked. 4 to 8 was your option. You
Yeah.
didn't know
Dude,
it.
Yeah,
I went
dickhead.
running out in my underwear with my pistol, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a murder boner. I'm gonna be like,
And then, hey, time out. Here's the Amazon guy. Don't shoot me.
he was already.
How
in,
cold is it, buddy?
He was already in his car.
Okay, Kramer, calm down. Or
driving by-
Costanza.
Yeah.
yeah.
George, calm down.
So where we live at, it does have some hood tendencies. And one night I heard some gunfire either at that intersection or the other
That's just
intersection.
keeping your property taxes
I'm
down.
not opposed
Hey,
to it.
if you're, I guarantee you, here's how this happens on your street. Bang, bang, bang. Everybody goes outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
like tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Everyone's out.
Outside looking around.
So I know who's gonna be outside. It's me and two other guys, and I walk outside and I have pistol down at the ground.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well I don't see anything immediately in the driveway, so I kind of holster it back up. I still got the flashlight out, and I'm trying to figure out who the fuck is out in the driveway because I'm like, God damn it, like don't come for my shit. I worked hard for this dumb shit, and so if I walk out to the street and I'm like, oh man, no one's out here. So I'm like, do I put two more in the fucking ground? I'm like, and cheaper and cheaper.
Yeah.
But there's been we do have a lot of frequent flyers that go through the neighborhood that will consistently knock on doors and be like, hey, can you help me? And then that one guy that kept pulling up.
Yeah.
This one guy was really asking to go meet Jesus.
Yeah.
He kept coming up whenever I'm between the house brick and my door. And I was like, Jesus, what are you figuring out?
All the Venmo calls.
Hold on. Nope. Hold on.
All the Venmo calls. Yeah, this guy kept coming up.
Dude.
Do you get rid of it?
There we go.
Yeah. For everybody that doesn't see it, prayer is the best way to go to heaven. The fastest way is trespassing. Yeah, this guy kept coming up. He thought it was I'm not going to mention his race, but he thought that since I was white that I needed to pay all of his bills, and he told me that multiple times. He walked in my full driveway that you saw. That's pretty long. Into my garage, startled me a couple times where I had shit where I was going to beat someone to death because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And technically, they're past the threshold. So
100%.
Yeah.
And so I told him every time.
That's when you say you back up that behind
Yeah.
that threshold, or you're
Yeah.
Make my day.
Yeah.
Or anything's
and
gonna
I was like,
anything can happen.
king of the castle. And I was like, one of the two. Like, we can go with either law. I mean, like, in my favor on this one.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him for a while. So I'm really glad about that because I did not want to. I don't. My thing is I don't carry. I don't want to have to carry. But if I have to carry, if I have to draw, it's your day.
Right.
It's not a good day for you, and it's going to be a great day for me. I'm
Right.
definitely going to cry. I'm like, I can't believe I only shot him in the dick twice.
Exactly.
Why is my dick so hard? It's never been this
It's
hard
never
ever
been this
before.
hard ever. Thanks, Dr. Martin. Not Doc Martin. So yeah, we need to get you back on. I feel like there's a whole wealth of other stories we haven't gone on yet. We haven't even talked about.
We'll go through a couple of them. So everybody always asks, "What's the worst one you ever had to do?"
Yeah.
Okay.
So another divorce.
He doesn't
type
want to go
deal.
through another episode.
And so
But no.
and so I go to this house, and it's kind of close to those apartments on the south side.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm driving down this road, and I pull in. And it's a cul-de-sac. There's probably 6 houses on each side, and I pull in. It's the first house on the left, and there's a guy sitting on the porch with no shirt on, jeans and boots, and there's a motorcycle sitting in the driveway.
You're like, I know this is gonna be good.
And I pull in. I'm like looking at him. I'm like, so I get to the end of the street, and I stop, and I call the attorney. I go, hey, is this guy like tatted up like jailhouse tights? And she goes, I'm sure he's been in prison for 10 years. And I went, okay, well that's he's sitting on the porch. He's tatted all the way up. I mean,
Yeah.
every inch of his upper body is tatted
Yeah.
all the way up his neck and everything. So I'm like, okay, well he's here. I'll just go give him to him. I have a stack of papers this thick.
I like how you're like, okay.
I'll just go give it to him.
And so
No big deal.
I pull up in front of the house, and he's sitting there doing something, and I get out, and he stands up and looks at me, and I come around the car, and I walk up toward him, and I go, hey, are you so-and-so? And he goes, starts walking toward me, and he's like, yeah. I go, I got some paper for you. He goes, it was a weird, eerie thanks. And he kind of grins and reaches out and gets them. And he goes, I've been waiting on these like that. And I hand them to him, and I'm like, okay. So I'm walking back to my car, and I kind of keep him in the corner of my eye, like, that was weird. Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people expect
Right.
papers, and
Yeah.
Right,
some
right,
people are waiting on papers, but the way he said it was kind of weird. So I kind of,
Yeah.
So I got back to my car and got in it and drive off, and I called the attorney. I go, hey, I just started new papers. She's like, okay, just bring me the return tomorrow. And I go, okay. So the next morning I get up, I'd fill out my return, take it to the court, and then go across the street to her office downtown, and go in and go up to her floor, and I walk in her office, and there's a secretary sitting there. And I go, "Hey, is so and so attorney?" I'm not even put names out there,
Right.
Joe Blow.
And so they're like, "Yeah, let me call her." So she calls her, and she's like, "Hey, so and so, Brandon's here to see you or whatever." And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "She'll be all right out." So she walks in behind her through the door, and the phone rings. She picks it up, and she's like, "Hey, Brandon, what's going on?" And she's like, "Hey, it's for you," like that. And so she grabs the phone, she gets on the phone, she's sitting there talking, she's starting. All of a sudden, she just starts crying, like, and I'm just going.
That's not good.
I kind of lean back, like I'm shocked,
Yeah.
like what's going on? Like, did her mom die or something? What's going
No.
on?
He planned this.
And
Yeah.
so, the secretary sees my face and then kind of looks back and like, she does the same thing. She's like, "Oh, what's going on?
What the fuck?
Why is the attorney crying? This is weird." And so she hands the phone back and she goes like, "The guy you served last night killed my client."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He got literally, as soon as I drove off, he got on his motorcycle, drove straight to her house, killed her.
God. Did they get him?
Oh no, he called and said, "I killed my wife and you can come get me." I mean,
Whoa.
he'd been in prison 10 years. I mean,
Yeah, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Yeah,
He's
he's already
like,
he's used to. He's like,
What
I
does
don't
he
want to be
care?
out here anymore.
so you remember? Did you hear about the guy recently, like a month ago, killed his wife and then set the house on fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she calls this attorney on a Monday and says, "Hey, I need you. I'm filing a VPO against
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
Filing divorce," and hires him over the phone. He never met with her.
Okay.
Just gets hired over the phone.
Yeah.
Fills out all the paperwork and then calls me on Friday and says, "Hey, I need you to meet me Monday morning at the VPO hearing." He had filed a VPO against her and she'd filed one against him.
Okay.
And so Monday morning I show up and we're sitting there and I go, "Where's your client?" He goes, "I try to call her and she's not answering. It goes straight to voicemail." And I'm like, "Huh."
That's not
and
good.
So it was like
Yeah.
5 minutes before court started. And because we don't know what he looks like either.
Okay.
So he don't know what she looks like. He don't know what he looks like. So he's going to have to go in and wait till he stands up for his, because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
his
Till he gets
VPO
called.
hearing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Until the docket's called, he'll be able to
Yeah, then
point
you'll
him
know.
out.
Yeah.
Then we'll know. And so he goes, "Well, I'm going to go." So we were sitting there. I go, "She's not answering, huh?" I go, "They met in the parking lot and they're rekindling and she's going to call you later going, I'm dropping and we're going to get back together."
Right. I love him.
And I love
He's
him.
the best
He's
thing
the
that's
best
ever
thing ever.
happened to me. She's
And
the worst
so-
thing that's ever happened to me.
Exactly. And so he goes, "Okay." He's like, "That'd be about right." So he goes in court. He comes back out like 5 minutes later and goes, "Got dismissed. He didn't show up either." And it was his VPO.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hers was on Wednesday. Then 2 days later, it was going to be
Okay.
on Wednesday. He goes, "Hold on to the papers. I'll get a hold of my client and come on Wednesday on hers.
Yeah.
He'll show up to it and then we'll serve
Serve
him then."
Yeah.
And then I go, "Did you ever talk to your client?" He goes, "No." So he put it on speaker and called her and went straight to voicemail. And he's like, I'll go back and I'll email her and I'll let you know."
Yeah.
So he calls me like an hour later and goes, "Don't need you. She's dead." Like that. And I go, "No, what do you mean?"
That's
I
dude,
go,
now
"No, that's not funny." I go, "That's not funny." He goes, No, he really did. He killed her." He goes, "It's on the news. I'll send you the deal." And this is Monday. He got hired 1 week prior
okay.
on Monday. Thursday is when he killed her
Yeah.
Oh.
and set the house on fire. And so this is 4 or 5 days ago. And still that day, it came out on the news, still having me in custody. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Because he
what
got
do you-
caught down
I
in
go-
Texas.
I go, what do you
Yeah.
mean nobody's in custody? Like,
You're
in
like
5 days, did you not see the VPO hearings? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's kind of obvious what's going on. So they didn't want to say they caught anybody we have no leads, is what they said. So
Okay.
Right, right.
call and we'll figure, if you have a lead or whatever.
yeah.
And so the next day is when the cops ran into him in Topeka, Kansas.
That's what
had the house
yeah.
standoff.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
takes,
that one.
and he takes his
Oh,
own
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
And
the trans house next to the.
I didn't look into that one at all. Like I just
So
Yeah.
I think
Found
he
out
held
what
up
happened.
at the trans house that's next to the what's the Westboro Baptist Church. That was where that was all out.
oh really?
Yeah, that was that one. Because I was like,
Wow.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that where the
Yeah,
Baptist church is in Topeka?
Yeah, I guess it is. And
Okay.
so they
Westboro or whatever it is.
Yeah, Westboro,
Yeah.
where they get where that hellhole is at. And so they were we want to talk about some wild people.
Yeah, I've seen them a few times.
Yeah, I was in high school. When I was coming back from high school, they were at the Capitol one time and they were all
Yeah.
protesting.
They were at Moore High School one time.
I remember that.
They were at Moore High School because they're gay kid or something like that. It had something to do with the gay kid,
yeah.
and they were protesting the whole thing. And
Yeah, I rolled by.
a bunch of people showed up on motorcycles. Wow, mom, could hear 'em.
Yeah, because the thing about them is they act like they're in the right on all this shit, and it's so
it's
many
crazy.
people fucking hate
Yeah.
them on that.
It's crazy.
They
It's-
were in McAllister protesting something, and the McAllister Walmart said, "You're not welcome here. We're not fixing your tires because their tires have got slashed." And I was like, "You want to talk about how
Right.
someone took a stand?"
Right.
McAllister
Yeah.
was the last place I would have. I could see like Norman. I could see like Edmond. They'd
Right.
be like, "No, money's
Yeah.
not good here. Get
Right.
the fuck out." McAllister, they say, "Get the fuck out."
There's, I mean, being Christian, you can push things too far. That's not right. You're reading it wrong. Like
Yeah.
Any religion, anything, you can push.
you
anything
can push
too far.
anything too
Yep.
far
Yeah.
and see it differently than
Yeah.
somebody else sees it.
And
it's-
it's the inability to have a conversation about something.
and basically the way I understood about him was if you're not at their church, you're just going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh,
I'm pretty
you're
sure
I
the
mean,
whole world can't
I-
go to
I
your
kinda-
church.
gonna
I was raised First Baptist, so I get it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean,
they
it
were
was fire and brimstone coming up. I was like,
Right.
I'm gonna burn anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some fun.
yeah. I was saying at one time, I was like, I'm driving the bus to hell, and I hope you're all my passengers, so we have a good time on the way down there. And they were like, what? I'm like, well, but yeah. With the Westboro, I yelled at them. I said, you guys need to get the fuck out of my goddamn city. And one of them was like, yeah, you're the worst. I was like, I'll do murder. I'll fuck your day all up.
Yeah, and the other funny was still like there's some things that just stand out. And there's a woman in Nichols Hills who was getting evicted out of a house she was renting,
Okay.
Okay.
5,000 square foot house.
You do those?
Goddamn.
I need a.
Oh
I
yeah,
I need
so yeah,
eviction.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
I need help with
I
that
do,
someday.
I do.
Yeah.
And so
5,000 square foot house? I missed that
God
part. Hold on.
damn.
she's
I was thinking about business.
She's living there by herself
God damn.
in this house.
Oh,
and
shit.
She's paying like $5,000 a month
Yeah.
for
That's
She
rent.
was. She
for
was
rent.
paying
Was
$5,000.
paying, yeah.
That's-
She was.
And so it was
A
another
dollar per
hey,
square foot's pretty good.
Yeah.
it was another all nighter.
I
So-
bet it was.
So when I pull up, I see her walk across the front window.
Was she hot?
No,
Okay.
not necessarily.
Uh,
And so it was weird because I was like, oh, okay, cool.
She's
here.
ugly and she has
And,
money.
and so hold on. So I'm sitting there, I take pictures of everything I serve,
Uh-huh.
right? So when I go back to fill out my returns, I go through my photos
Yeah.
of what I'm putting down. This is exactly
Do
what
the
I saw.
time and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a million photos of papers in here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That phone is hot.
yes,
Fun
it's
stuff.
like download me, please, because it's overloading. And so so I go up to the door and I ring the doorbell and I'm like, I know she hears this
yeah.
because it's like I'm not sure the neighbors didn't hear that doorbell because that thing was like
Ding dong,
it was like
ding.
ding dong, like
There's a fucking
Crazy.
marching band that comes out like doot, 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 doot. Your
For
Amazon's
sure.
here. Yeah.
So I played the 30-minute job
Yeah.
all night long, and finally she comes out. I was like, okay, 30 more minutes. I start to walk out. She comes out. Opens the side door and goes, "Give me the papers." Like that, and I go.
I'm trying to keep appearances
and
up,
I
goddamn
and
it.
I turned around, walked back out. I go, you want some sleep, don't you? Like that, and I hand them to her. And I go, thanks, and I walk off. So they go get the judgment, and you got to reserve her the eviction.
Yep.
So I go back over the house, ding dong, and I'm like,
How many am I going to do?
Are we gonna
are we
do this
playing this again? And I'm like, 30 minutes. I say it, 30 minutes. And I start walking out. And she's like, bring me the papers. And I go, you want to get sleep again, huh? She's like, I know you'll be here all night. And so she like, so like, here you go. Thank you for not making me wait like that.
I want to go home.
Hey, and the whole thing is they were hoping she would be late by 1 day on her rent so they could evict her
Yeah.
because they were knocking the house down
Oh.
and building a 10,000 square foot house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I used to work for a company that had a lot of I think it was like 300 or 400 doors for warehouses, and that's big warehouses, small
Right.
warehouses. And so when we got into the rentals in 2020, I was like, I was asking my buddy, I was like, who do I do evictions through? And he's like, man, if you're going through evictions, it's a wrong business for you, dude. Like,
Right.
you just kind of, he's like, don't plan for it, just get to it when you get to it. And I said, okay. He's like, it's no use getting blood out of a turnip. Now, he is 2 years older than me. He's been in the business with his dad for as long as
Right.
I've been around him. And his dad was like, yeah, we don't have an eviction guy. We just fuck their day all up.
Right.
He's like, well, park it's our business. It's our business park. We'll
Yeah.
park a big fucking truck in front of the goddamn door. They can't get in that motherfucker. They can't get out of it.
Right.
So he's telling me, he's like, yeah, have you had one yet? I said, no, not yet. I was just getting prepared. I'm doing all my due diligence on
Right.
it. He goes, well, I got one guy. You call that guy, you're probably going to have a bomb put out in front of your house. I said, annoying? He goes, nah, he just gets a lot of work done. He's like, we use them on specific clients. But he's
Right.
like, most of the time we're going to go ahead and get someone evicted out. We go through the process and we're getting whatever we can to sell of whatever material they have left.
Right.
Hopefully they haven't
Yeah.
sold the copper out. Like, God.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The Rockwell and Melrose,
Oh yeah.
one of the ones I had worked in, he's like, yeah, you remember this unit where this guy was at? And I was like, yeah, he's been in there forever. And he goes, well, he was. And then we got an OG&E bill that was fucking crazy high. And we're like, well, trying to figure out what the fuck, why the bill's in our name and all that shit. And he did some finagling, got some shit figured out. He stole the copper out and he hooked something up basically to run fucking 220 for 24 hours a day, full low capacity for about a month before they were like, yeah, that's not right. They thought it was a grow.
For sure.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
thought it was a grow.
That's what I was starting to think.
So they thought it was a grow, and whatever he did, they didn't have the right permits, and that's what set everything off. And then he's getting a phone call from somebody with a 3-letter acronym, and they were like, hey, do you know you're not allowed to do that there? And he was like, what? Like rent? And they're like, not that. So yeah, I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's so with all of our tenants, you've gone through evictions before with
Yeah.
yours. And I always say, the thing is if I provide them with a happy house, a healthy house, and all that stuff, if they're not scared, I'm not scared.
Right.
So the moment they get scared is the moment I have to be worried. Not
Right.
scared, but
Right.
worried. So if I go over there and they're happy and air filters are changed and I unclog a toilet or whatever I got to do or hang a fucking register from the ceiling and they're all happy about it. And they're,
Just as long as there's no surprises.
yeah, as long as there's no surprises over there, I'm all good and they're all good.
My toilet's clogged. You go over there and you flip open the lid and you're trying to flush an alligator?
Well, I haven't had anything that weird yet. I did. So they won't mind about it because they were laughing about it the other day. Do you ever tell that on the podcast? But I'd gone over to replace a garbage disposal and a dishwasher, and so there was this soap on the sink, and I've been laughing about this. The people that live there, they're all in college at this point, and they're always doing something. I was like, oh, they're just fucking with me. And
Yeah.
And so the tenant that was just recently moved in, he was like, did you take a picture of the soap yet? I was like, well, I saw it and I didn't take a picture of it yet. That's your privacy, not mine. It's respectable. And he was
Right.
laughing about it. He goes, you should take a picture of it. I know all your buddies. I've listened to the podcast. You should take a picture of it. You don't have to talk about it on the podcast. A couple months goes by. He's like, do you ever talk about it on the podcast? No. So there's this 6-inch dick soap on and I was laughing. I was like, every time I come over here, there's always some dick. I don't know if it's going to be a person. I don't know if it's going to be the shape of a dick, but it's always going to be a dick. And
Nice.
he starts laughing. They all laughed. I was like, we had a good laugh about that one. But yeah, that's being
I'm
a
just
woman.
glad nobody's opened the door naked before.
I'm surprised. How long have you
Putting
actually,
it out there, it'll happen.
How long
No,
have you
it-
been
no,
doing it
it-
for?
17 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
I mean,
It's not the happiest
It's-
of times.
so not fully, but it's happened.
It was the happiest of times. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the worst of times.
I mean, it's happened, but it's not like
I will say,
fully like on purpose, like what you'd think somebody
Yeah.
would do.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
watch
Oh,
this.
hey, by the
watch
way,
this.
pizza.
I will say, I do know for a fact it is not illegal. If you're going through a divorce, it is not illegal
Okay.
for
I
you
don't
to
know what the-
walk through your house naked, even if your soon-to-be ex-wife is getting ready to go out with all her friends. and won't leave the house.
I feel like that might
you
have
can
not
actually
been.
walk through.
You should verify this for now.
No, I.
Okay.
Why would you think it'd be illegal? You're in your own house.
Well, no, I know.
I had this question one time. I'll tell you.
So
about
hold
this.
on. So where I think nudity is a problem is if you have your blinds open and you're close to the street and little Johnny or little Betty's on their tricycle outside and they look over and see you naked. That's a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if you have a stockade fence and little Johnny's climbing up on the fence looking over and you're having to be laying out naked, Johnny shouldn't have been on the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an invasion of your privacy.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But can you have a chain link fence and be walking around? No.
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 So during COVID, one of our friends goes, he's an exhibitionist. So when he's at home, he is naked. And so he was talking about, he's like, yeah, man, like most of the time when I'm at home during the day, no one's at home.
Okay. I'm gonna really flip you out here.
Okay.
So this is still the law in Kansas.
Okay.
You can walk down the road naked.
Yeah.
A male can walk down the road naked at any time in Kansas.
I don't know if
It's never been taken off the books as long as he's not doing anything sexual toward anybody or anything.
Yeah.
Like there was a woman who passed a guy walking naked down the road.
Wow.
And she's like, "What the?" Called the cops and like turned around and came back and was yelling at the cop. Goes,
law still in the book, man.
He's not breaking the law.
Yeah, the cop's like, "I can't do anything about it."
He cited the fucking civil suit. I don't know.
And it was, and the funny thing is, it was a white guy walking, a white woman who was mad, and it was a black sheriff. It was like, until the law's changed, I can't do anything about it.
I can feel
It's
bad
like-
for the man.
Now,
He's like, lady,
did he
let the little boy have his fun.
did he turn to you and like make any gestures or anything? She's like, well, no. Then he didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, so at
Which is weird. Like
that's
Kansas?
that's-
That is-
yeah,
that
in
is weird.
Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Like
Kansas.
California maybe, but Kansas?
So
Westboro's like, come on up.
so what? So
We'll take you as you are.
So when you rode in, you might have seen me at Kinsey's because I was directing traffic. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure I
yep.
did see you at
Yep.
some point because I now
Yep.
remember you enough after 3 hours. And so I was up at the front and I was getting some help. And this guy walks up and he's like, "Man, there's a guy out here with a gun out." And I was like, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember exactly. You. Yeah. Yep. Nice road glide. Remember, I'm learning. It's a pre-Rushmore because it's got two headlights.
He's like, does it get?
Oh no, it's on.
No.
It's
This is 2019.
2019. Okay.
How many cups of rice per gallon does it get?
Oh, fuck off. You didn't even see my garage yet. So anyway,
Oh, we will.
yeah. So this guy walks up and he starts telling me there's a guy that's got his gun out, and I was like, what the fuck? Because in my head, guns out. I don't know what's going on.
Not when Banditos and
Yeah.
everybody was there.
Yeah, and I didn't
Because
know.
They
all
will-
that got a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Well,
But in public, they're all gonna play nice because
Yeah.
that. No,
hold on.
They
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
That affects everybody's
Yeah.
revenue stream.
Yeah,
100%.
So in the midst of him saying there's a gun out, and he kind of said it, but he wasn't freaking out. He wasn't shaking. He wasn't like,
Right.
I'm running for his life. So there's a gun out. I was like, what are you talking about? Has he got it out in his hand? And he goes, no. And I was like, what do you mean? Is there a gun out? Like,
Yeah.
is it on his hip? Like, is it on his shoulder? And he goes,
Carrying it like Dirty Harry.
well, that's what I figured.
Clint
It's fuck-
Eastwood.
I figured Clint Eastwood's over there like, make my day, motherfucker. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm figuring. And I'm sitting there laughing about it because I'm thinking of the audacity that would be happening at this event. And because in the midst of everything, you kind of know.
Right.
And I'm like, what do you fucking mean there's a gun out? And he finally goes, oh, there's a gun on a guy's hip. And I'm just surprised that he's open carrying. I was like,
It's
are you
Oklahoma.
I said, where's your bike at? And he goes, way at the back. And I go, well, if you want to sneak your bike out, you can sneak your bike out and go this way and you can get out of here. But I'm not saying you don't have to leave. I'm just saying it's Oklahoma and we're constitutional carry. If he wants to open carry, if he wants to conceal carry, we are legally protected by that.
Yeah.
Now, if he's got it out and waving it around, you need to let me fucking know. And he goes, well, he's not waving it around. I was like, did he draw it? And he goes, nope. I was like, well, he's allowed to fucking have that thing.
Right.
You just stay your distance away from him.
Now, if you see him at the bar drinking,
Uh-huh.
then you might tell an officer.
Yeah.
Well, and I did say that. I said, did he have a beard in his hand? He
Yeah.
goes, nope. And I was like, so in the grand scheme of legality of, I'm not an attorney, by the way, but from what I understand, from what I've been told in the classes I've
He's
taken,
not doing anything.
he's
wrong.
not doing anything
And
illegal.
let's hope that Ken's and them are not serving some guy with a gun on his hip.
And they know. They are all well
Yeah.
aware of what
Right.
they can and can't do.
Right.
And I was like, well, is he in the bar? Nope. Does he have beer in his hand? Nope. Does he seem intoxicated? Nope. I was like, well, then legally he is allowed to be doing this.
Right.
And he is just like, and it wasn't like, it was like you walked up and I was
Right.
like, dude, this is the first, like, you've been to Target lately at 50th and May? Every time I go in there, fucking someone's got, oh man, I'm going to protect
Yeah.
this whole fucking grocery store.
At
was
Target.
Oh, fucking every time I'm in that
There
one.
was some dude. Where was that? Where he had the AR. It may have been at 50th in May. He
It
had
was
the
AR in
he
front
had
of
the AR,
Sprouts.
and he
And
was, like,
doing it as
or
a fucking
63rd. He
Second
was,
Amendment.
Rights or-
no, it's the yes, it's pro rights, but Second Amendment evaluation thing.
Yeah,
The cops roll out and try to take it from you. You're legally allowed to have that. Blah blah blah
Right.
blah blah.
yeah.
And if you have the right permits for it, you're legally allowed to have a fucking rocket launcher. If you have the right ATF permit that says you can have an Uzi, you can. I mean, there's some other.
Or what the government doesn't know won't hurt them.
Well,
Or
bump
might.
stocks. What about Vegas? I was like, what about the Epstein files? Oh God, we're gonna get canceled over this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Great.
so I
We had a good episode. Now you just canceled it.
yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and edit that part out because it's at the very end. Thank you very much for coming on. I do have a lot of other questions I'll think of, and I'd love to have you back on.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
We didn't even get into bicycles.
or motorcycles.
No, we
Not
didn't.
really.
And I feel like there's a whole other host of shit. And you know what? I do have a pretty good feeling that a lot of people are going to ask about your Hasselblad and a lot of your commercial photography. So
Yeah.
I'll get some questions for you, and then we'll go.
And what's your website?
BrandonSnider.com.
Yep.
SNIDER.
Okay, go ahead and
Go-
text
go-
that to me.
And
Okay.
go check out his commercial photography. He's got some good ones.
And you're still shooting commercial.
Just don't hire me.
yeah. unless
No.
unless
It just-
it's got a lot of zeros.
commas and
Well,
zeros.
yeah.
Yeah. Fives and ones at the front.
It has to be certain things. It's just not.
So what was that one you did? You did a shot. I may have been Musashi's.
Yeah.
With the flames.
Flame coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That was good.
Yep.
That
Yeah.
was
It was a good one. I think
Yeah.
it's on our
That's a
website.
Okay, well, I got to pee, so I'm going to go ahead and
All right,
end it. So,
we'll end
bye.
it.
Love you guys.
Okay.
Oh, go see Reflective Edge screen printing for all your
Yeah,
t-shirt
somebody
needs.
deleted our.
I played it again. Reflective Edge. Go talk to Doug and Kirk. Kirk can make you a lot of stuff. Doug will make you all the t-shirts if you mention Chubby Boy Magic as a podcast.
And what's their address?
200 North Ann Arbor.
There
If
you
you
go.
mention Chubby Boy Magic, you'll get 15% off your first short order, and we will go ahead and re-record that on a different button so it doesn't come up in the wrong spot.
Yep.
So thanks, guys.
All
Love
right,
you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.